Mission.
Now you just look strangely uncomfortable. Can you ask the raptor for motivation, please? Okay.
She's very photogenic.
Nothing can stop us now.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's Chip and Dale. How are you guys doing? Hello, Grogu.
Don't be shy. If you want to go over.
Now, Universal Orlando Resort, Earl the Squirrel needs his own Christmas tree over here for the meet and greet. I think so. I think we're going to make that happen. We'll put that.
4 of you have tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded.
Do you think the people on the moon ever look over and say, wow, it's a full spaceship Earth tonight? But welcome back to the sign welcoming you to Universal Orlando Resort.
Terrifying, isn't it?
Hiya, Scooby! We're here at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort with the newly opened Kona. I don't remember what it's called. Good morning, Magic Crew. Happy Thursday and welcome to another beautiful day here in Central Florida, here at the Walt Disney World Resort. This morning, starting out at Disney Springs. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Thank you so much for joining us and being a part of our streams. And today, as we go to explore another Walt Disney World Resort hotel, so that we can kind of show it off, talk about it, and give you guys all kinds of great information so that you are prepared to make the best decision possible where you'd like to stay on your next Walt Disney World vacation. Good morning again. My name's Chris. If this is the first time you've ever joined us here on an Ear to Ear Magic live stream, how you doing? I'm your Disney travel agent in the parks, and I love to just come around and just show, explore, and basically just let you guys be a part of our streams here on a weekly basis, every Monday through Friday. So if this is the first time you've ever joined us here at Ear to Ear Magic, whether it's your first time coming in live or you're watching in replay, we're glad that you can come in on a regular basis. Feel free to have some fun with the rest of the Magic Crew, but at the same time, learn a little bit about what's going on here at the ports. And we are running to our boat dock right now. And we encourage you guys to ask questions when you see something you want to learn more about. And either myself or Susan or one of the mods can help you guys out. Now, if you come in and you jump into the live chat and you're having a great time and you realize this is a great community, I enjoy hanging out with these people. I know I do. We would love for you guys to be able to come back and do this on a regular basis. So be a part of our community. Take a couple of seconds, hit that subscribe button, and join us as we are making our way, growing as a community to 25,000 subscribers. We would love for you guys to be a part of the Magic Crew today as well. So simply take a couple of seconds, hit the subscribe button, come on into the community. So we turn this camera around. We are running quickly because we see a boat coming in. We decided that since we're going to take you guys to Disney's Port Orleans Riverside today, that a great way to do it, especially since the water has risen and the boats are running, is that we would go on the Sasagula River and take a boat ride in. One of the best things about Port Orleans Riverside is the fact that they have boat service to and from Disney Springs. And the last time we did a resort tour there, We talked about it, but we don't always get to show it. So we thought this would be a great way to start our stream off and to share one of the best benefits of staying at one of those resorts. Of course, as we're coming through, they have consolidated all the boats into one of the docks. Previously, the boats for Port Orleans Riverside and Port Orleans French Quarter were at a boat dock over across from Gideon's Bakehouse. So I had to walk a little bit further to get to where we're going this morning. Hopefully that's our boat after we've just run over here to grab it. Morning. So you have to come out of security at this point to get to the boats, which is not necessarily the case before. Owen's gonna run ahead, make sure we're good. Boat's just unloading. We'll see if it's one of ours. By the way, happy Thursday. Welcome in. Hope you guys have had a great day so far this Thursday morning. And if not, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity. What's that? The boat's right there. Okay. I know, Tony. I can't get enough boats. I need more boats. I need more cowbell. And I need more boats. Good morning, Tony. How are you? Welcome in, Jill. EXP626. Good morning, good morning. All right, we on the right boat to Riverside? All right, thank you. All right. Boat service starts at 10:30 in the morning. So we're just in time to get one of our first boats in. Welcome in, Greg. Good to see you. Hey, baby dove. Happy Thursday. Good morning, Gabriel. Good morning, Smicky Mouse. Welcome in, Jill. Go Tigers. Have you ever done a City Walk stream? Oh, yeah. We have, and hope to get back to Universal here very soon. All right, so there. Good morning. Any gators in here? Well, here's the thing. This is Florida waters, so it's not unusual for there to be gators in the water. They always put warnings up that there are possible wildlife such as gators and snakes in the water. I haven't seen one in a while, but there's definitely some beautiful ducks over there. Good morning, Scott. Welcome in. Yes, Yukali. Last week the water level was down. We got some good rain, which is another reason why I thought it would really be good to see and to confirm that we are good for our boat rides again here today. So, you ready for another boat ride? Good morning, Michael. Welcome in, Walt. How was your travel? Did you make it safely to Georgia? So Barbie, good morning and welcome. Yes, Port Orleans Riverside is actually on the edge. I'd say, let's put it this way, the northeastern edge of the Walt Disney World Resort. And it is on the Disney Springs side. Good morning, Galen. Welcome in, Paige. Good to see you. Good morning, Antonio. Good to see you this morning, Scott. How are you and the family today? You guys staying cool as much as possible in your area? I know it's been hot lately. Kate Nicole just hit the subscribe button this morning. Welcome in, Kate. Glad to have you with us this morning. We're going to have our own boat ride, private boat ride. Everybody in the crew, welcome in, Kate. Good morning, So Fargo. Welcome in. So Camp F27 Port Orleans Riverside was actually our very first ever Walt Disney World Resort hotel that we stayed at on property with our own family. So it holds a special place in our hearts. I really enjoy it. It feels really laid back. It has a lot of great positive advantages to it. So welcome in, Haley. Good morning, good morning. Good to see you, Rob. Leo's with us this morning. Welcome in, C. Walker. Team 64 is with us this morning. How you doing? Got some great copyright music playing here to start off our stream this morning. Welcome in, Melissa K. Yes, Tammy, back originally was called Dixie Landings before they eventually changed the name over. Good morning, Jeremy. Antonio, do you think you could check out Old Key West? We will be making our way there, most definitely. I'm just glad to have you in this morning. Good morning, Mouse Mom. Shout out to Daniel, Savannah, and Sharon this morning. So Owen, when they have materials that they're transporting on a ship, do you know what they call it? It's called a cargo. Okay. You know what they call materials that are being transported in large trucks on highways? Shipment. Isn't that a little weird? So when you're transporting stuff on the water, it's called cargo, but when it's on land, it's called shipment. Good morning, yes. Oh, I hope the baby feels better soon. Carol, NASCAR is doing street racing in Chicago. What? Yeah, I know the air quality of you guys up in the north is just horrendous right now.
Riverside or the French Quarter?
Riverside. Working and lurkingly in. So it's I'd say the theming of the resort we're taking you to this morning, guys. It feels laid back. You've got the Sassagoula River, you've got plantation buildings. The pool is located on Old Man's Island. Everything about this place just allows you to just sit back, relax, and just enjoy it. So Vicky says our first resort stay was years ago at Caribbean Beach, $89, and that was through the roof expensive. Yep. Good morning, Vicky. Welcome in. Good morning, Carol. Good to see you this morning. We thought this would be a great way to start off our stream today, and if you guys are just popping in, welcome in. Chris and Owen here from Ear to Ear Magic on the boat ride, taking you guys to Port Orleans Riverside. As we go through the resort, guys, we're going to show you all the aspects of it, from the lobby, the gift shop, dining options, the arcade, Old Man's Island, even walk around and see some of the buildings to give you guys an idea of how large it is. And we're sharing what the rooms look like as well. So as we go through today's live stream, we would love for you guys to feel free to ask questions. We want you guys to feel that you are empowered to reach out and ask anything you'd like to know about the resorts, about upcoming promotions. And it's all about having fun, but also learning a little bit more about what's happening here at Walt Disney World. And as you're watching the stream, Susan and I are Travelmation travel agents. We help our clients when it comes to booking and planning their vacations, including Disney, Universal, cruising, and all-inclusive resorts such as beaches and sandals. So when you guys are watching the stream and you're like, you know what, I want to learn more about what it would cost for us to stay at Port Orleans Riverside or any other place here on Disney property, feel free to reach out and send us an email today. Copy me at chrisedwards@travelmation.net. Send it to susanedwards@travelmation.net. And let us know when you'd like to go, who's coming with you. And we'll be glad to give you a quote and help you with the whole process. And know that we charge no service fees whatsoever. And that is no exaggeration. Disney, as we are, Travelmation is a diamond earmarked travel company working with Disney destinations. We get a commission for helping you guys out after you travel, but it costs you no more than booking directly through Disney. So pay the same price, have a travel agent help you through the whole process, and let us know how we can help you take a little stress off of your next Disney vacation. We are currently going by Saratoga Springs. We toured this just recently. I think it was last week, wasn't it? So if you guys had missed that live stream, go back onto our channel and ask or search for Saratoga Springs. Hey Owen, is this Purple Martins up here? Now, one of the questions we sometimes get asked, guys, is can you ride the boats if you're not staying at the resorts? Well, we're not staying at Port Orleans Riverside. We are definitely just here visiting for the day. So yes, any guest can take advantage of the boats. Look at our Purple Martins. So Mark, yes, thank you for, by the way, welcome into our group cruise for next year for Royal Caribbean. Glad to have you on board. We reached out to Royal Caribbean yesterday and we asked them, we said, look, we have a great group of people. They are, a lot of people are still interested in cruising with us next year on the Lure of the Seas. And we've had a lot of people reach out to us to get information. We had originally 18 staterooms that were set aside for group pricing. We held the pricing. Susan grabbed them 31 days ago, and already prices have gone up. So it was really important for us to make sure that you guys, if you were interested in going, grab those group prices before they made us reset the prices to the current prices. We contacted our representative from Royal Caribbean, and he made it possible. They were very happy with how our group is pulling together so nicely that he made it possible only for those rooms that were originally held. He's going to extend those prices in our inventory for another 30 days. Now, unfortunately, at this point, all the ocean view balconies are taken from our group. Now, that's not to say that you can't still get an ocean view balcony. It just means we have to grab a new one, and we have to go off of current prices. But we have asked if he can help us pull some more into our group, and we're going to see if that's something he can make happen for us. But yeah, if you guys are still interested, they for the interior and the Central Park views, they're going to give us another 30 days. That means that's going to be May pricing, and they're extremely good prices. It's our Treehouse Villas, guys. They have their own boat dock. Yes, the boat's open back up, Jeff. Nikki says, I'll bet on both Allure and Oasis. Both are fantastic. Huge, and I love that there was a Starbucks. Yes. So we just got off of the Independence of the Seas, and I think we're already ready to jump on the Allure. Of course, I think I've also told myself, Nikki, that it's time. I think we're going to have to find a way. I don't know how. I don't know how we can pull it together, but I think we got to find a way to get on the Icon of the Seas when it opens up and start sailing next January. It's going to be its own class, even larger than the Oasis class. So. Good morning, Captain. Good guy. So if you are staying at the Treehouse Village, you can have your own boat service over to Disney Springs. I hope you guys are having a great morning this morning, Captain Good Guy. Love to have you guys join us on the Allure. Jen, I'd be perfectly happy riding this boat all day with coffee and beignet service. Wouldn't that be pretty awesome if they had that? Snacks in a boat. Hello, James. Cheers. That's funny. Carol. Yes, we only had so many. We had 18 staterooms originally. Carol took 2 of the ocean view balconies, and sorry, not sorry. I think that's great. And here's the funny thing with the pricing that we had. It was actually cheaper for a family to get 2 connected, 2 staterooms together, than it would be to get outside group for everybody staying in one. So it was kind of cool. Good morning, little squirrels. I hadn't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Good morning, Isabel. So Isabel, here's the good news. As of this morning, we have our own boat ride. We have a private. Owen arranged us a private boat tour.
It was really hard to book.
Yeah, he worked really hard on it, but he made it happen. Our own little private boat ride over to our resort. We're going to share with you guys this morning. So we'll be pulling into Disney's Port Orleans Riverside here shortly. Patricia says, as a local, I love visiting the resorts. And this is your favorite resort? Well, I'm glad you could join us this morning. And once you do the Allure, every other cruise ship is not enough. Which is funny because when we were in Bahamas, the Disney Wish pulled right up beside us at the dock at Nassau, and I was kind of shocked. As big as the Disney Wish is, and it being the biggest Disney cruise ship at the moment before the Treasure comes out, I was kind of shocked to see that it was comparable to the Independence of the Seas and the other Freedom class. So I know. Welcome in, Melanie and Doug. We will be creating our group cruise Facebook group very soon, and we'll bring you guys in And we want you guys to start hanging out with one another, getting to know all the other people who are cruising with us, and we'll be getting you guys prepped, ready for next year. Feels like, yeah, we definitely need to get on the icon. Good morning, Angela. I know Susan's working on that now this morning. I know this morning the Very Merry Christmas Party tickets and the Jollywood Nights tickets for those staying on property are now opening up sometime today. I don't think they were open by the time we were up. They didn't open up at midnight like they did for all the others in the past. So she's going to be going through and working on that. So I'm sure she's going to be helping you out with that for this morning as well. Yes, Roxanne, they've actually been testing it. They actually announced it about, it was about a week and a half ago. Disney Imagineers shared some photos that they were testing it already. So we got to see them playing around with some of the things for Journey of Water. So that's a good sign that it's on track. Good morning, Ashley G. Welcome in, Monica. How are you doing this Thursday morning? Good to see you, Jackie. Exit 30 says, love this resort. Now, this is Port Orleans French Quarter. We will be saving this resort for another tour a little bit later. Sometimes we put these two together because they're like sister resorts. But I think they deserve their own attention this time around. So we're going to be coming back and sharing a little bit more about Port Orleans French Quarter at a future live stream. You're like the guy that waited 18 hours in flight delays and got got his own flight by himself. Exactly. It was for us too, Monica. It was actually our family's, not this one, but of course Riverside, the one we're heading to now. It was our family's very first ever on-property stay, and it really made a huge difference in how our vacation went. Something about not having to pay for parking was probably one of the biggest things. Jackie says we stayed at that resort last year for 6 days. Oh, nice. KK Grammy stayed there a year ago. Sweet. Ferris says, did you do a conga line on the cruise ship? We did not do a conga line, but we did have ourselves a disco party the last night of the cruise. I've got some video of that. We're gonna share some of that a little bit later as well. I didn't know that you guys honeymooned here at Riverside, Baby Dove. 1999. Party like it's 1999. Bow, 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 down, down. You guys, even if you don't come back here to stay, next time you guys come up for a vacation, you should just make a trip over here and make a resort day out of it. Yeah, Heather and Naomi are still having a hard time recuperating from their COVID. So I hope they get the feeling better. You guys, give them a little extra pixie dust today. Oh, thank you, Angela. Welcome in, Emax. Good morning, follow the Bradleys. How you doing, CM Nowhere Man? How are you doing with your post-Disney depression? Everything good? We helping out? Honey Channel News. Good morning and welcome. Ashley likes Port Orleans Riverside so much that they bought a candle that smells like the lobby. Oh, I think we've We know that feeling. Good morning, Danielle. Welcome in. Good to see you, Onyx Chrono. So Antonio, we're going to be taking a sharp left up here, and it's going to take us to the dock right behind the lobby of the hotel. Boats are running on a regular basis. You can see as we're pulling in, another boat's pulling out. So continual service, really nice. And that's true, Mark. Not only can you can take a boat from Riverside over to French Quarter, or you can simply walk like these little sidewalks right over here, Mark. It's an easy walk over. That was my family's first in 2006 as well. Awesome. So you guys like us. We have good memories of this place. Do me a favor, guys, as you're coming in today, if you haven't done so already, take a couple of seconds, hit that thumbs up button. Tell YouTube that you're having a great time. And we hope that we have some new people come in and hang out with us today. And if you are new to Ear Magic, welcome in. Good morning. We're glad you guys could join us as we go through. We're gonna go into great detail about the amenities and what can be found here at Port Orleans Riverside, a moderate resort here at Walt Disney World. And if you're having a great time, we would love for you guys to join our group and take a couple of seconds and hit that subscribe button today. As we're pulling in, I would love to know who has stayed on at this property before, who has never stayed here before, and who has it on their bucket list. Let us know in the comments. You got the back camera. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Watch your step, please.
All right, thanks, Owen. Owen's grabbing the backpack for me. All right. It's going to be a warm one today. We're going to be in the mid-90s today. High humidity. So it's great to have a resort like this one that has the opportunity to jump in the shade. Valerie says, we've been quoted a royal room at Port Orleans Riverside. Anyone ever stayed in that room? If so, how close is it to transportation? Great question, Valerie. We're going to show you guys a little bit of what the royal rooms look like. And as we were coming through, you may have noticed that side of the resort over there, it all looks like plantation style buildings. Those are where the royal rooms are going to be located at. And if you're looking to get to transportation, if you're looking for boat transportation, you simply have to just take a bridge and walk over. And if you're looking for bus, well, there are bus depots all the way around as well. So I'm going to show you using the running trail real quick since you got your question here. All of these buildings here on this side are going to be the ones that contain royal rooms. Okay, you can see basically you've got a bridge here and a bridge here that will allow you to walk over. Old Man's Island is here, give you to the marina, and the marina, of course, for the boat transportation. All the way across, there's going to be bus depots as well. There's going to be one here at the main lobby, one over here, and one over there. So basically, as you go over outside of your building, there should be a nearby bus depot you can get to to jump on the buses to take you to other places like the parks. And stick around. Once we get a little bit further into the stream, we'll take you guys to those areas. We'll show you how close they are, and we'll also give you a quick little peek inside of what the rooms look like.
I'm just walking.
Gus is all wonky now.
Because of the boat going back and forth.
The boat's like woonk, woonk, woonk. So we're gonna reset our stabilizer. All right. See if this is a little better. There we go.
Three plantation areas. Pool in the center right here where you can get to the 3 and the lobby.
So you're at Riverside. You're gonna find two basic areas. I like to kind of tell people about. You've got the royal rooms are going to be in the plantation areas here, and then of course you've got the Alligator Bayou up into this area here. Bus depots are located. There are 4 total. Okay, guys. There's one in the south, which is at the lobby. One west, one north, and one east. So there are 4 bus stops when you come to the property. If you're staying in one of the royal rooms, as they pick up and they go into a circle for pickup to go to the parks, you will be the last stop to be picked up. But it also means when you come back from the park, you'll be the last one to get off the bus. So it's just something to keep into consideration when you're thinking about where you'd like to stay. Michelle's like coffee in hand and sitting in a rocker. They got some rocking chairs out here in the back. So let's go ahead and jump into the main lobby. I'm actually going to walk through and show you guys as if we were coming in from the front and give you guys an idea of what that looks like. So, and welcome to Disney's Port Orleans Riverside. Oh, that feels so much better. So we're going to come back into the lobby for just quickly. I want to give you guys a sort of a point of view as if you had just arrived at the property. Good morning, Inez. Is there decent parking by that building for a rental car? Yes, there are parking lots on the outside edge and rim of every single space here on property. So no matter where you're staying, whether it's the standard rooms or if you're staying in one of the royal rooms, you will be able to drive your rental car or your own personal car to the other side of the building and get to your rooms.
There is a lot of interesting facts about this story now. She's going to be going down this slowly and make her way around the lobby. This was originally called Disney's Dixie Landings.
Dixie Landings, yes,
and
original name.
February 2nd, 1992. It was renamed to New Orleans Riverside in 2001.
So about 9 years. For the first 9 years, it was called Dixie Landings. Welcome in, Cake Toast. Good afternoon, Data, right? All of our UK friends are already celebrating into the afternoon today. Let's take you guys into our check-in. Good morning, Derek. All right, so this is our main lobby and check-in registration area. You come in, there are several desks over here that will be open for you to come in and do a physical check-in. Now, there's always the opportunity to do a mobile check-in when you come in off of your My Disney Experience app. If you opt to use the mobile check-in, the app will tell you when your room is ready, and you can simply go straight to your room. Use the app or your Magic Band if it works. That's a 50-50. And just go straight to your room. Save yourself some time. Now, while that's a great option, and a lot of people do like to use it, Susan and I still prefer coming to the lobby and checking, because the great thing is that especially if you show up earlier in the day, then you have the opportunity to see where your room is at, and if they have a chance, they may even be able to move you to a different room, depending on where you want to stay. So,
Yeah.
as long as it's in the same category, I should say.
So this lobby was designed to look like the inside of a riverboat, and if you look up and look around like the rim above the pillars, you will see different ports around Mississippi.
So just imagine, like Owen was talking about here, these are all the stops along the Mississippi River. If you were on a riverboat going up and down the water.
There's a lot of detail in place. There's backstory or trivia to almost every single person.
Notice
Or not
got
lobby, but
lots of hidden Mickeys there.
lobby area, not just this room, but like audience. So,
Now, one of my favorite things about the lobby
fans?
are the fans.
That is really cool.
You don't see this. I don't know if there's a fan like this in any of the other resorts. And they just slowly rotate back and forth to keep the air circulating. Son and his cousin stayed at Port Orleans for their graduation. It is a great resort. We have no problems recommending it. Disney E76 says, I still have refillable mugs that say Dixie Landing on it. I would not get rid of those. That's pretty awesome. Do they still have a pin board in the lobby? There are times, I'm not seeing one at the moment, but they probably will have one in the gift shop. Sometimes it varies here and there, changes. So I was going to show you this map because it's going to be a little clearer. This is what we were talking about before. Let me pull this off real quick so we can see more on the screen. There are two different areas when it comes to staying here on property. Alligator Bayou and Magnolia Bend. They have different feels. It looks different. It stays different. We're going to walk through both to kind of give you guys an idea what that would be if you have a preference one way or the other. One thing to take into consideration, there are standard rooms over in Magnolia Bend. So just because you get a standard room doesn't necessarily, that's a hard word for me to say today, necessarily mean that you won't be in Alligator Bayou. But if you get a princess, as I say, royal room, you most definitely will be over in the Magnolia Bend side of the resort. It's pretty expansive and spread out overall. And we're going to get some walking in today. I told Owen, I said, maybe we need to rent one of the tandem bicycles and just take a bike ride around. Captain Good Guy, one thing to note, the rooms on the side where you register, such as Alligator Bayou, do not have elevators. So if you need, if you're staying over there and you need to stay away from stairs, make sure to let us know when you contact us for booking. We'll put a note into your file and make sure we can ask for a first floor room. Hey, let's go check out the Medicine Show arcade since we're here.
Medicine show.
Medicine Show. Open from 8 to 10 p.m. each night. our arcade. I love that. So, of course, you can always come in for those who need a little bit of video game action to keep their sanity. It is a fairly good-sized arcade. Bum-ba-da-dum, bum-ba-dum. Anybody seeing Indiana Jones on the Dial of Destiny tonight? Bum-ba-da-dum, bum-ba-dum-dum-dum. Wow, what's the one thing in common with all these pinball machines, Owen?
I have no idea.
It's right there on the tip of my tongue. There's something about every single one of these pinballs, and I can't place it. It's pretty good size, which is strange because some of the other larger resorts, even deluxe resorts, sometimes have a smaller arcade than this. So, Tron Legacy. Oh look, there's another pinball. What's in common? They all use pins. I think that's one of them. That might be the only thing in common. All right, good morning, guys. If you're just jumping into today's live stream, welcome. We're at Port Orleans Riverside Moderate Hotel here live at Walt Disney World. Look, we got ourselves a letterbox over here. You need to mail something out? You can do so. Have it stamped. Have it stamped straight through. And from the resort. Chris was like, I could just stay in the arcade all day. All right, let's check out Fulton's General Store, everybody.
This is Fulton's General Store. This is where you're going to buy goods, souvenirs, etc. And it was named after Robert Fulton.
Robert Fulton.
Yes.
Who's that?
Man who built the first commercial steamboat in 1807.
That was a mean question because I'm like, I know exactly who Robert Fulton is. I don't know why. I don't do good in history. I'm not very good with history. But I know who Robert Fulton is. Julie P., good morning. Welcome in. Your first resort and always your favorite. Oh, I could not forget Yeehaw Bob. We'll be making our way over to the Roost in just a moment. Because I used to get tons of tickets on that skee ball machine. Good morning, Steven. Welcome in. Good morning, Daddy-O. Happy Friday Eve. I love that. All in perspective. This was like, let's get some lunch. I'm starving. Somehow I walked out without eating breakfast this morning. Owen grabbed something, I believe, but I did not. I don't know why. How I did that, I'm not sure.
They have still 50th restaurant. I thought it was.
You don't see a lot of 50th stuff still available?
Yeah, there's a
A lot of it's been moved out. So here at Fulton's General Store, of course, you can get most of the general merchandise you can find across the other parks. But what I will show you guys this morning is we've got some specific merchandise just for Riverside. Isn't it weird what you can maintain, Rob, and what you cannot keep in your head? So it is a good size gift shop. It's Miko. Look at Miko. I wonder if that pillow is still for sale. I feel like I need to get that pillow. I think I can see Nova laying on that pillow. It's a pet pillow. It was originally $50.
You may be able to lay her head on it, her entire self, maybe.
Well, she can still lay on. She's learned how to lay on pillows, and she likes pillows now. It was originally $50. It's on sale for $25, but it's also 30% off for annual pass holders now. So that might be a Nova kind of thing right there. Look at our Miko plate, and the Miko.
The cheeks are like
The 3D.
forward, yeah. 3D cheeks.
Well, it's generally specific, but you know. All right, let's look at the actual merchandise. It's just for Port Orleans Riverside. We got to start with this one. It's really, honestly, let's just be honest here. It's not really for this resort.
They don't have beignets here.
This is actually for French Quarter.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still French. It's still Port Orleans. So these are the infamous beignet ears. So, and they do smell like beignets. They smell like those little shortbread cookies you get. You remember when you went to Vacation Bible School when you were a kid in the South, and every day at about 10 o'clock they gave you fruit punch and those little cheap little flower looking cookies with the hole in the middle, and you put it on your pinky and you'd eat it around your pinky. That might be a little specific, but that's what these beignets smell like. And if that doesn't bring back some childhood memories,
Those actually smell really good.
that's exactly what they smell like. Good morning, Shannon. Baby Caleb is wearing a New Orleans onesie right now, ready to go. Beignet all day. Good morning, baby Caleb. So, good morning, Beach Club DVC. How are you? I can barely remember yesterday, but I can remember Star Trek dialogue. I can remember stuff like, what can you make of this? Well, I can make a hat, I can make a brooch, I can make a pterodactyl. Good. Welcome in, Mouse Ears and Beers. Leanne, does it seem that most of the resorts have resort-specific merchandise now? Well, I will tell you this, Leanne. We have been here for 5 years. And we moved here so that we could do a lot more specific stuff and get to know this place inside out like the back of our hand. And when we first started coming here 5 years ago, we used to come to the resorts on a regular basis so that we would be familiar with it. We could talk about it to our Travelmation travel clients. And I remember we started at that point, every time we saw a resort that had resort-specific merchandise, we started putting it on an Instagram account. And I remember some YouTubers coming up to me and going, you know what, we actually watch your Instagram. I'm like, really? They're like, yeah. I mean, these are like bigger YouTubers. They're like, we watch your Instagram because you go to the resorts and you show us stuff that we can't see anywhere else. And I just thought that was one of the biggest compliments I'd gotten after the first year we moved here for that reason. But we started seeing it as early as 2019 and even earlier. But I'm glad that they do that because people come here and they have their favorite resorts. And they say, you know what? I love coming to Riverside. I love coming to French Quarter. I love coming to Animal Kingdom Lodge, you know, Fort Wilderness. And so for them to be able to come and grab merchandise that's just for their favorite resorts is a great, great thing. So we've got our corksicle here. The feeling of it is just, it's kind of weird, but it's got that wooden grain to it. This is Riverside on it. It is $39.99. These ears, which I think are pretty cool, they kind of remind me of the Daisy ears we just saw released just in the past week. It's got Minnie Mouse on it, but on the back, it's got some magnolias, got some flowers, and it says Port Orleans Resort Riverside. I think these are very nice looking ears. You know, not all ears are the same. I think some ears are kind of phoned in. Some are done really, really well. I think these are probably one of the better resort-specific ears that are available out there. Look at the inside of the petals.
A lot of detail.
So those are really, really nice. You've got yourself a nice polo. There we go, Bear. Get yourself a polo. Look, it's embroidered. It's not printed, but embroidered. Good morning, Michelle. I agree, Team 64. You know, when we first started coming here and they said, welcome home, I'm like, I kind of feel like home. I love the magnet. It's got a 3D model idea to it. It's outstanding. Mickey's fishing. Pluto's laying on the grass. Paradise by the river. And you even have a Christmas tree ornament. Established 1992. It's 30 years old. Good morning, Education CB. Oh, well, I'll definitely find Dawn. We'll have to keep an eye out. Oh, where's the fishing stuff? There we go. T-shirt down below.
I think we know yet that they, this resort is one of the few resorts where you can rent a fishing rod.
Fishing pole. Yeah, it's got a fishing spot.
And you can fish.
I can smell the beignet ears from here. Crystal says it looks a little weird to be smelling ears. Yeah, but if you'd smell them, you'd understand. But you know what? It's also kind of weird, Crystal, for a grown man to be walking around and with a camera talking to himself all day long. And I've gotten used to that too.
He's kind of already crossed that threshold.
Yeah, I'm already past the point. I'm past the point of no return. I'm always weird. And I'm okay with that.
I love the two stands with Mickey. No.
Good morning, Disney Lisa. Welcome in, Gelpy. Good morning, Megan. And of course, get your other pins. Oh, look.
Where are the last Stitch ones? Oh, this must be.
These are all for Stitch Day, and I missed them. This is what we were looking for earlier. Check out that Stitch.
Oh, that is a really cool one.
Oh wait, Crystal has Clausen pickles. I love Clausens.
Like,
they're much better than Velocic.
That is actually a really cool pin. That is amazing.
There's all the different numbers.
Yeah,
it's Ruben. Isn't it Ruben?
Yeah, it is Ruben.
It's Ruben. Oh, it's Angel. Stitchy. I don't know if you know this, Owen, but Chris Sanders, the voice of Stitch, was currently still here in Walt Disney World. He was in the Magic Kingdom the other day, did a TikTok with the Stitch, Stitch statue,
That's cool.
and he had never seen it before.
Really?
He had never seen it before, so it was him walking up to it and going, oh, "That's my voice," and I'm like, "That's just cool." All right, I want to know how this opens. How does
It's
this?
hard to use a lock.
Is it open? It looks like it opens. It's got to be. Does it slide? Does it move? Is it magnetic? Is it open from the bottom? I don't know.
Maybe from the side. Wait, no.
I'm gonna let the two-handed person try to figure it out.
Yeah, that's even better.
Welcome in, Kevin.
Wait a second. Oh, it pulls. Wait.
Yes, I did. There's a.
Oh.
He pops out the top.
He pops out the top.
Oh, there we go.
It looks like a hinge at first, but he actually just pops out the top.
Sweet.
Okay.
And then there's this one. When he's in the little.
Shake it.
Shake it. Does he move around?
A bit, yeah.
When he licks the glass. How you doing today, Calvin? I'm glad. And then, of course, where to go? The big guy. Big guy. Calvin's going to be on with us again tonight, guys. If you are a Run Disney runner, especially if you're going to be training for and getting ready for this November's Wine and Dine, we're having a special live stream tonight. We'll be broadcasting both on this channel and on our Facebook Run Disney support group. Would love for you guys to join us this evening if you would like to know more information or if you'd like to be prepared. And Calvin's going to have the reins tonight and do a little training with us and doing some running and some preparation. So come and join us tonight at 7 p.m. either on our YouTube page here or over on the Run Disney support group over on Facebook. So go find that, put a reminder in there. Yep, here's the Christmas ornament, Calvin. Just for you. And they have a trading pin as well. Grab and go. Yeah, little munchy munchies. Snacks, peanut butter and jelly. Here's the daisy ears that we saw earlier. I think these are just nice.
Those ears you're talking about?
Yeah.
Those
Those are cool. I still like the Port Orleans Riverside ones better. All right, so it's a great store. Good morning, Randy and Heidi. How are you? All right.
Go get a small.
Good morning. I was looking for our friend that we always see over here, and I don't see her. So, I didn't get to see her this morning. All right, we may swing back right here. We have a cast member who works in here. She is just the sweetest person, and if we catch her when she's in here, I always love to say hello to her. So even if I don't do it on live stream, I'll come back through here see if I can find her and say hello. She is since the first time we started coming to the resorts to learn more about them and share them. She was always here to say hello and very friendly. So, all right, next up. The River Roost, the lounge. The River Roost is, of course, quiet now, but it's not that way a little bit later. We're going to take you guys in just a second. Before we do that, though, July 4th activities for the Riverside. Superhero boot camp at 11. Pool party starting at 1:30. Ice cream drop at 2:30. Make your own infinity slime 3:30. Campfire at 5:30. And the cosmic glow party at 8 p.m. So over here at the River Roost, Wednesday through Saturday, playing between 8:30 p.m. and midnight. It is the one, the only, the original Yeehaw Bob Jackson. This guy has got so much energy. He makes me look like I'm a wind-up toy that hasn't been wound up. He has so much energy, and he's been doing it for years. We missed Yeehaw during the time where this resort was closed down for a bit during 2020. It didn't open up for another year. And it was so good to have this place open back up and to have the sounds of Yeehaw Bob come back in. Again, plays every Wednesday through Saturday. Come in here at the River Roost. Come in here and just get here early. He starts at 8:30, but people will line up, grab themselves some tables, and get in here pretty early. So you don't want to get here too late and have to sit in the back or even do a standing room only. Let me go show you guys where Yeehaw plays. Who in here is a fan of Yeehaw Bob? Was it just his birthday? Did he finally turn 30? This is where Yeehaw makes the magic happen. This guy, I don't know how they don't have to change this piano out, because he tears it up on a regular basis. Good morning, welcome in, Drew. We've stayed at both Riverside and French Quarter the last 2 times we've gone. It was great. Great moderate resorts. Michelle says, we always end up with a nightcap after the parks of the River Roost and wind down. It's a nice way to just exactly wind down for the evening. Good morning, Lainey. Disney Lisa, have you never seen him perform live? We'll have to... You know what? Maybe in the future we'll have to put together when we do another weekend meetup. Maybe we'll have a situation where we can all meet over here at the River Roost. Get here early and just have a good old time with Yeehaw Bob. If you've never seen him perform live, you can also. I don't know if he's still doing it. You guys tell me. I know he did it for a while. Over on Facebook, he used to perform on Sunday evenings live on his Facebook page. So. Something else to look forward to. Guys, we're up to 384 likes on today's live stream. Thank you guys for that. We have over 500 of you guys watching. If you haven't done so already, we'd love it if you'd help us out with the analytics of YouTube. YouTube is continually grading us against who's watching, who's commenting, and they also grade us on whether or not we get the likes. And the way they grade that is they determine the streams that get the most likes usually get the most attention from YouTube and suggestions from people who may not have been to the channel before. We're always looking for new people who are just perfect for our community to come in and to be a part of us moving forward. But we can't reach them unless you guys help us out. Take a couple of seconds, hit the thumbs up button, and tell YouTube that this is a channel worth others checking out. And we greatly appreciate your help. All right, Boatwright's Dining Hall, serving dinner from 5 p.m. And you can have some. The last time we ate here, I had so much food. French onion soup au gratin, Low Country seafood boil, famous, and this is what I had, all you care to enjoy platter. Hickory smoked ribs, crispy Cajun chicken, andouille sausage, and tender beef brisket. And you just tell them to keep bringing it and keep bringing it and keep bringing it, and they will. If you guys want to grab a screenshot right there of your QR code, you want to check it out later for yourself. And you can always make sure to get your dining reservations to guarantee yourself a spot. Since they're not open, I'll give you guys a quick look of the dining room.
So this frame is actually a recreation of recreation of the base of the New Orleans lugger, a ship that sailed the Mississippi in the 1820s.
So this is an actual recreation of an actual historical ship. Good morning, Chris Shaw. We have some great mods on here. We do, guys. Our mods, they volunteer their time to come in to watch this channel, to make sure that people get the respect that they deserve, to welcome them in, to make sure questions get answered. And our mods are just amazing. So thank you to all of our mods for all of you guys do, and for just watching out and for taking care of and looking out for the people in our community. Our mods love doing what they do. Even when they are sick at home, they're still in the channel watching and helping out. So thank you, mods, for all that you guys do. I'm like in the mood to come here and have dinner now.
The menu,
I know, all you care to enjoy. I'm like, I could make an evening of that. I don't know about you guys. Michelle says, great restaurant and atmosphere. Really enjoyed it. I ended up taking some home with me. I don't know if that's necessarily frowned upon when you come to all you can eat, but I did. I took some home with me because I was the only one eating off of it, and I did not want that brisket and ribs to go to waste.
I mean, at least the food doesn't go to waste, right?
Exactly. No. Captain Tuttle is good food. Let me know, Captain Tuttle. Let me know when to meet you guys over here. We'll grab a bite. All right. So look, this is the actual photos of the creators of that base of the boat right there. Oh, thank you, Rob. We love sharing information. I know there's a lot to be said for channels that go into the parks and have fun and just run around and be silly and all that. We love doing that too, but I think a big aspect of what we do here in our channel is making sure you have the information to make the right choices for your family and what you do. And then when you get here, making sure you get the best choices for the amenities. So thank you guys for giving us an opportunity and a platform to share this type of information. And we hope that if you're watching this with us live, that you're having a great time. If you have questions, feel free to ask, because we want to answer those questions for you. But if you're watching in replay, we're going to offer that same kind of thing. Anytime someone leaves a comment on a replay, we see that, we can come back and we can answer it. So if you're watching this right now and it's not live, feel free to leave a comment. Let us know if you have a question, and we'll come in and help you guys out with that as well. All right. I should walk away from this place right now. We've got much more to talk about. It's not time for food just yet. Breakfast served 6:30 to 11 here in the food court. Lunch and dinner served from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And just like many other places, it's served food court style. 4 different areas for you to go through and check out, and so you can kind of mix and match. The great thing I like about this is the fact when our family comes here, our kids can spread out and get what they need and how they need it. You can grab something from the bakery, you can grab a dessert. If you have special dietary needs, Susan is able to eat here and enjoy it. Food here includes things like, for this particular location, the Bayou Amber Ale Burger, the Korean style Impossible Burger. Wow, Korean style. French dip, chicken strips, honey barbecue pork sandwich, bacon cheddar cheeseburger, grilled chicken sandwich. Your kids' meals include cheeseburgers, chicken strips, macaroni and cheese. That's just for the one location. Over here, this is where you get your really good individualized meals for Riverside, including shrimp and grits, baked macaroni and cheese with barbecue beef, chicken parmesan pasta, penne pasta with meatballs. Yes, they do have shrimp and grits. And in the past, they don't do it necessarily all the time now, but in the past, I used to love to come over here and order shrimp and grits. They would make it to order, and it was fun to watch them make your food. Large pepperoni pizza, slices of pizza. You've got mojo roasted chicken, panko crusted salmon, barbecue braised beef. Are you guys hungry yet? Impossible meatloaf, jambalaya, and gumbo. So if you're looking for some Cajun style, good old comfort food, they've got it here as well. And they've got their cheeseburgers, their pizzas, and their chicken strips for those who are looking for a little less excitement. So a great array of food, lots of things to choose from. Michelle says if I couldn't find Mike, I could find him at that station for shrimp and grits. Susan's probably going, yeah, that's about how it is for me too. Good morning, Allie. How are you? Snevers, I remember correctly, you'll be streaming your runs for the virtual 12Ks of Christmas. I probably will be, just like we're doing for the summer series. I say why not? If it supports you guys, if it helps remind you to do it, and it makes it easier for you guys to get your virtuals done, I'm all for it. So, be happening in between Wine and Dine and the Walt Disney World Marathon. Now, the biggest difference, and this is going to seem small to some people, but to others it's going to mean the entire world. The biggest difference between dining here at Port Orleans Riverside and Port Orleans French Quarter, they do not have Coca-Cola freestyle machines here at Riverside. They have the traditional soda fountains. You go over to French Quarter, you're going to have your freestyle machines, so you can mix and customize your drinks. Here, you're gonna be with your Coke, your Diet Coke, your Coke Zero, that type of thing. You won't have all of your Coca-Cola freestyle like you do normally. I don't think, hey, we're a bunch of foodies around here, Junebox. I think we're all going to be okay with it. All right, great amount of places to sit, not all crowded, lots of space. And if you like, you can even sit over by the working water wheel. Well, hello, Antonio's mom. How are you today? Thanks for watching with us. All right, so now that we've seen the dining room, we've seen some choices for lunch. How about we do this, guys? Is anyone up for a lunch poll for today? Now, unfortunately, not everything that I just mentioned on all the menus is available for mobile order. So we may not be able to do the complete surprise that we normally do, but are you guys up for helping me choose what I will have for lunch today? You choose it, I chew it, then I review it. Let's put up a lunch poll. You guys can make that choice for us as a group, and then after we walk around and check out the rest of the resort, we can close the lunch poll, and Susan can tell me what we're going to do. We'll finish out our stream today with a little bit of trying some of the food, see if we can make it around the rooms before we pass out from starvation, and we'll come back. So keep an eye out for that food poll. Everybody thanks Susan for all the stuff that she does. I put a lot on her. She's over here making stuff happen for our Travelmation travel clients. She's booking. She's taking phone calls from Royal Caribbean. She's calling Disney Cruise Line. She's on hold with Universal. She's making all of the things we do with travel happen in the background. And then she stops long enough to do things like the food poll. So thank you, Susan, for throwing in a food poll for us today and taking a step back from some of the things and the phone calls that you're taking for travel. So welcome in, Matt B.
So do you show them how that is compared with that?
What's that?
Do you show them that?
I haven't gone that high up just yet. Let's take a step back and see if we can do it. We've got our water wheel on the outside, guys, if you can see it. Hello, Pam. Good to see you. So our water wheel is spinning slowly and turning that mast over there, and it turns the little roof inside the dining area as well.
And that 35-foot water wheel does actually move that, and if there isn't water running underneath it, it'll stay completely still.
It does what?
If there's not water running underneath the water wheel, that up there will stay completely still.
It just doesn't move.
Yeah.
Hello, Thorin. How are you doing today? Welcome in. All right, Susan has the lunch poll up. Put your vote in, guys. Let your voice be heard. You choose, I chew, I review. We'll come back and do that after the stream is over. We'll make sure to get the rest of our tour done first, so you guys don't miss out on any of the good information you might need when it comes to what happens here on the resort. Hey, Champ Lover, welcome in. All right, bud. Anything else we need to share or talk about before we walk back out?
I think we covered everything in this area.
Yeah. Let's go get a close-up look at the water wheel. Now, I keep Susan pretty busy throughout the day with all the things that need to be taken care of. We would love your help in keeping her busy as well. If you are interested in making your next Disney vacation happen with the help of an experienced Travelmation travel agent who can help you answer those questions and knows the insides and outs of the resorts, promotions, and the best way to make your vacation less stressful, reach out this morning and send an email to Susan at susanedwards@travelmation.net. Copy me at chrisedwards@travelmation.net. Let us know where you want to go, when you want to go, who's coming with you, if you have any preferences. And we greatly thank each and every one of you guys who reach out and allow us to be a part of your vacations and help us in our small business. You take care of our families by letting us take care of your families, and we greatly appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for that. Send us an email today. Let's get it on the books, and let's get your vacation countdown started. So, and where does the water come from? Where does the water come from? He's avoiding my question. Where's the water coming from?
Well, I'm not sure if it's directly from the river. Maybe a different water source, but
It's from underneath. But it's pretty cool. Yes, the water does actually spin the wheel, which spins what's happening inside of the dining room. Good morning, Big Al. How you doing today? By the way, I didn't get a chance to say hello to David D. Loves Disney. How you doing today, David? Hope you're able to breathe a little bit. I know you guys are having some major issues with air quality up there. Roxanne will be there in March of 2024, staying here at this resort. Sweet. Chris, great lunch options. I think Chris can enjoy it all on one big plate. So I have to tell you guys a story. This morning, our cat gets fed once per day. She gets fed, her name is Stardust. She gets fed every night at 8 p.m. on the dot. And at about 7:40, 7:45 each night, she starts to remind us that it's getting close to that time. I don't know where she keeps her wristwatch, but she knows. And she's meow, 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 meow. Like, it's getting ready. Get ready. But here it comes. This morning, I don't know what was going on, but this morning at about 8:30, she was meow, 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 meow. I'm like, no. You're like 12 hours off. And I said, she's her internal clock is kind of messed up. And Susan commented, she goes, well, while we were on the cruise this past weekend, what we normally do is instead of doing a metered feeder, Liberty actually fills up several bowls of cat food, and then she hides them around the place so that the cat can, over the weekend find a bowl here, find a bowl there, and not eat all of it all at one time. And it works quite well. It's a great system. And Susan commented, she goes, well, she's not quite used to the fact that she can't eat all the time whenever she wants to at any drop of a dime. That, food's not just readily available all day long, and it's just something she's not quite used to again yet. And Owen looked over at Susan and goes, same for me. Like, all for the boat. And like, yeah, I guess you can say that for us as well. It's kind of weird to not have just everything at your fingertips.
She said that, and I was like, I chived in like, so am I, but I'm not over here complaining about it.
Owen's hurting because he doesn't get to have windjammers and buffets and fish and chips and everything anytime he wants it, as he done while we were on the Royal Caribbean ship. It takes an adjustment. And it's different from a Disney vacation, because when you go on Disney vacations, you still have to pay for everything.
Yeah.
You pay for the food.
Yeah.
But when you get on a cruise ship and it's all included, then you're just like, oh, just go for it.
Yeah, I'm missing that color style pizza right now.
Rob says that's a smart idea. We might need to borrow that. Now I know lots of times people have, special feeders that once a day will drop down whatever they're supposed to have. But if not, it's worked for us. Oh, getting up at 4:30 every morning to be fed? Yeah, that might get to me after a while. All right, guys, welcome to Old Man's Island. Old Man's Island here is our pool area, our main pool for Disney's Port Orleans Riverside. The largest pool on property. There are several quiet pools all and about and available across property. But this is the one where everyone gets to come in. It has the slide, it has running water, it also has all of the recreational activities. It has a small play area for the little ones that's very, very shallow, so the little ones can come in and not have to worry about getting in too deep of water. Welcome in, Jeff. Good to see you. No, actually, Liberty had to do the bowl roundup. There was still food in them, so it's not like she. We always worry she's going to go around and find all of them like the first hour and just gorge herself. But Liberty has to do the job of going around and finding the bowls. It's sort of like you don't want to find like the Easter egg next year that was been sitting out the entire time, but. Brat 67. I stayed there in 1998 when it was Dixie Landing. Yep, it was only 6 years old then when you stayed, and it was only Dixie Landings for another 4 years after that before it was changed over to the name of Riverside. Our family has spent many a days hanging out here at the pool. Our kids loved the slide down here. And like I said, this was our first time staying on property way back in the day when our kids were much, much smaller. It was a good water slide. The thing I like about this market is there's plenty of shade. Lots of trees and lots of old trees. It has that feel of an aged location, and it feels just very comfortable around here. Welcome in, Jenny. Jenny's staying here in September. You're gonna love it. Welcome in, Christy's World. Chris Shaw, there was a time where I was cutting the grass back at our old house in Georgia. I was cutting it late in the summer, and I found an Easter egg. I found an Easter egg that had been hidden up on top of the utility box, and I'm not even sure it was that from that year. I'm like, I don't want to touch it. Go for it. All right, this is the most important part of the stream. Owen's going to demonstrate how to sit in a hammock. Now, this is not the same thing as a ham sandwich. This is a hammock. Okay, now relax. Do I need to do some pushing?
If you do that,
come on.
Like, oh.
Come on, you're good. You're good. Don't worry, you're good. I won't make you go complete inversion.
You say that, but I'm way tilted to one side compared to the other.
See how relaxing that is? My dad hid under the waterfall so he wouldn't get roped into doing the pool exercise class. Oh, that's awesome. Please stand by. Our daughter swam in that pool, and now our grandgirls are swimming there. It's great to make family memories like that. It really is. Awesome. That's so cool, Carol. I'm sure that they're going to enjoy their forever home. Expresses that we went 1 month after Animal Kingdom had opened. Heather's like, I need some help getting on that. Question is, can Owen get out of it without any help? Or should I just leave you here? I can leave you here for a bit if you want to take a little nappy nap. All right, now you got to flip your whole body over, and oh, you got out. You're supposed to do a like ta-da. You didn't do a ta-da. Ta-da. You know, it says something to you, Disney Lisa, when you have a hammock like that. It tells you a lot about the resort, doesn't it? All right. On Earth Day, April 22nd, 1991. This majestic live oak was placed in its new home before you. Now, this was 1 year before the resort opened. This oak and its companion at the entrance of Disney's Port Orleans Resort Riverside each weighed 85 tons and were transplanted from a wooded location 13 miles away. Cypress boxes 22 feet square were constructed around and beneath each oak, and after months of preparation, the transportation took 3 days. Old Man Island was then constructed around this oak as you now see it.
Such a cool little backstory.
So this oak tree has been here in this location since before the resort opened in 1992. And now families and multi-generations of families have come and toured, vacationed, played, and made vacation memories here. That's just pretty awesome. I remember the first time that I took Liberty out into the deeper waters here. She was hanging on to me, and I took her around the little, not really a lazy river, but it kind of had that semblance of a lazy river. So, what's Owen so excited about? Owen loves the campfires.
Your Disney resort does not have a fire pit in it. It is not a Disney resort.
No, it's not. You got to know where the fire pit is, guys. Campfire in the Bayou held every night starting at 6 p.m. They provide marshmallows. And if you'd like to have, you can buy a s'mores kit and get the graham crackers and chocolate to make some s'mores if you'd like. But if you're going to be doing a resort day, come on over and sit by the fire, roast a marshmallow, enjoy it.
The s'more kits actually cost money, but marshmallows, you can come up
The
and
sticks and the marshmallows are
Yeah.
free.
So if it's something that you find interesting, maybe something you want to put on your agenda while you're here.
Welcome in, Wiggles. How you doing today? Welcome to Disney's Port Orleans Riverside. Yes, Stephen, the first few years was Dixie Landing. So if you've had someone says, I've never heard of Riverside, but we stayed at Dixie Landings. Yes. All right, so before we go check out the fishing hole, let's go check out the pool bar. Welcome in if you're just joining us here. We are live here at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside, one of the moderate resorts here on property. They have specialty drinks.
Thank you.
Including margaritas, Mai Tais, Frosés, Hurricanes, all that jazz. Served in a souvenir hurricane glass. Check those out. They also have non-alcoholic drinks, including a strawberry smoothie, a bullfrog brew, and a lava smoothie, which is a raspberry puree served with pina colada. So, fruits and pina colada.
Also like to have a machine for rum.
Yes, a Jack and Coke and rum and Coke all together. So, this is Muddy Rivers, guys. This is the pool bar, easily accessible from the pool. Can you imagine yourself sitting out here, spending a pool day with the family, going up and grabbing yourself a hurricane or a Mai Tai?
It's a wide area, and you have this entire section over here with the water coming out.
You know me, Farrah, I'm all about souvenirs glasses. I get in so much trouble. We all came back from our cruise with 5 new Royal Caribbean cups. Our cupboards. Our pour cupboards. Now this is the check PayPal. Hang on one moment. We do operate off of revenue we get from the streams when you guys watch the ads at the beginning of our live streams. When you guys watch those 15-second ads, it does make a big difference. A few pennies goes into our kitty, so to speak, and every month we get something from YouTube after they take their cut, and it helps us to offset the cost of what we do here. And it allows me to just continually be able to come to the parks and do stuff just like we're doing today. And we just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal from the Magic Crew. All right, our first PayPal for the day comes from Michelle. Thank you so much, Michelle L. About 20 minutes ago. Sorry I missed the notifications. Michelle sent over a $10 PayPal. Thank you so much, Michelle. I hope that you're enjoying our sort of laid-back day here at the Riverside. And thank you so much for supporting the channel, supporting the community, and making it possible for us just to be able to spend days like this here in the parks and at the resorts to share information with everybody. So thank you, Michelle. And thank you for letting me sing the PayPal song today. I don't always get to sing, so it's kind of fun, you know, when I get a chance to do that. Hello, yes, how are you? Does he ever do that with, what was it they'll ever do? Oh, okay. Yaz was asking, do I ever have any adult drinks? So, the thing is, Yaz, we want to make sure that when we do, it's for the purpose of sharing, for you guys to get a review and to know what it's like. I am not a huge fan, and the mods will know this, I am not a huge fan of drinking for the sake of drinking, because that's a personal thing. That's for myself. That's for my own thing. Same thing with eating on the channel. If it's not for the purpose of sharing with you guys, and it's not going to help you guys out, and it's not information that's helpful, then it's a personal thing. I'll do that off the stream. I do not do these streams so that you guys can pay for me to indulge. That's a personal thing. I don't hold it against anybody else who does it, but now if there's some specialty drinks, I would love to share that kind of stuff with you guys. And if there's ever something we come across that is brand new, I can justify that, no problem. But just for the sake of doing it, well, not so much as big on that. So sometimes I'm tempted though.
Is this sign here before? Because
Yes.
I love this sign.
Yes. The fishing hole.
That is such a good design.
Hello, Jeremy. How are you? Been crazy in Colorado. I hope you're doing okay. So the fishing hole, this is not something we get to do a lot here at Disney. Definitely not in this capacity. So, Chris Shaw says, remember, anytime you feel like singing, you can join the Dapper Dan group. I wish I could be as talented as those guys. Definitely. Cake Toe's working on a choose, chew, and review. So, like I said yesterday, there's somebody in our chat right now who knows someone else who is extremely musically talented. I may have to see what I can do. Maybe we can make an arrangement for them to make me a choose, chew, and review song that we can incorporate into our streams. And we come up with a way to pay them for their services. So I think that would be fun. The fishing hole. Here, I'm going to back up just a little bit. From 7 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. you can come and pay. It's for the half hour. Per pole, it is $6.39 for half an hour. And if you want to do it for a family special, $16 for 30 minutes gives you the opportunity to go out and to take your kids and let them fish a little bit. It includes the pole, the bait, and that includes sales tax and everything. The last pole is sold and out at 115, so everything's done by 145. And there are bluegill and sunfish that are populated out here. We have largemouth bass, bluegill, catfish, and sunfish available. It is sponsored by takemefishing.org, encouraging families to have fishing opportunities. And you know, Owen, I think it would be fun, you know, sometime we could just come out here and just fish for half an hour.
I think that'd be a good.
You've never done that before, have you? At least not here. Hello, Alex. Welcome in. Fishy, fishy, fishy.
No, I can't.
Exactly. They don't want to. You can't really. You don't really want to fish after 1:45 anyway. When it gets hot in the afternoon, none of the fish are going to be biting. They're like you. They're going to be hitting the shade.
When it gets hot, all fish go to the lower part of the lake to go score it on that. So. Cool experience. You only have these at so many resorts. So.
I just think it's a cool idea. Jenny says it's been too many years since I last got a chance to go.
Hi friends, please don't fish right there. That's our conservation area.
It is beautiful out here, Haley. Andrew, come see the adorable characters of The Little Mermaid and eat them. No, this is all catch and release here.
Yeah, this is all catch and release.
We don't eat them. We just terrify them for a small amount of time. Some of them are probably experts. They're like, "Don't worry, George. They'll throw you back in. Just chill for a bit."
You can get this free food. You just have to be pulled out of the water for
Yes.
a short amount of time.
Yes, Laney. It is catch and release here. No one keeps the fish. So. I don't know if I have a Johnny Depp impression. 4 of you have tried to kill me at one time. 1 of you succeeded. This is one of my favorite quotes. If you guys are just popping in, welcome in. We are here at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside. It may look like we're in the middle of nowhere, which makes this just an amazing resort. And I know that sounds strange, but there's something about just being able to come into places that feel so laid back, relaxed, and just, it's a beautiful place to hang out and to have a Disney vacation. Because when you're not in the parks, you're not in that mix of everybody's, all the people everywhere, and you can find these little places where you can just kind of take it easy. All right, we're gonna make this one go all the way around. Around the world, around the world. Welcome in, Patrick. If you're just joining in, do a couple of things for me to help out. First of all, hit the thumbs up button. The more thumbs up we get, the more chances that it's going to be that Owen can get out of this hammock without falling down and embarrassing himself in front of everyone who's watching. And then second, don't forget to vote in today's lunch poll. You guys get to choose what I chew, and then we review it later over in the food court after we get a chance to take you guys around to show you some of the buildings and explain and show you what the rooms look like here at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside. Welcome in, Don. How are you doing today? Do you want me to move the camera as you get out? Here, I'm going to turn it this way. So, whoa, whoa. Did you guys feel that? Did you guys feel that? The whole ground just went boom. Andrew, thank you so much. Getting Hotel Envy here. Thank you for the tour. Thank you for watching along with us, and thank you for the super chat. And what can I say except thank you for the super chat. We appreciate that. Thank you so much, Andrew. I hope that you enjoy seeing a little bit more of the resort here, and I hope it inspires you to think of other questions and things about the next time you're ready to come here. I think sometimes people maybe forget that there's so many different resorts to choose from here. Actually, over 20 different options. And so I think it's wrong when someone goes, well, if you go to Disney, you have to stay here. Well, it just doesn't work that way. It helps to know what your options are and which is best for your family. So again, thank you, Andrew, for the super chat. And thanks for hanging out with us today. And that's nice. All right, we're coming off the back end of Old Man Island. And we are now in the areas of the Alligator Bayou. So when you guys reach out to Susan and myself to say, hey, I would like to stay at Port Orleans Riverside, one of the first questions we're going to ask you is, what kind of room would you like to stay in? And do you have a preference of where you'd like to stay? There's going to be many different options and a few different things here and there. But the big thing is there's two main room types that are the big differentiation between what you can do and what you can stay when you come here. So let's take a look at the first one, our standard rooms. Now with standard rooms, you're going to have different options as well. You're going to get a standard room with a fifth sleeper. The fifth sleeper is going to be your pull down bed. It's made for smaller, younger kids, not necessarily for full grown adults all the time, but it's going to be a pull down bed that you can sleep in and then push up in the middle of the day to make more space in the room. You can get two beds. You can get one king bed. You can choose to have it near a pool. You want it near the lobby, so it's going to be preferred and stuff like that. So if you're looking for standard rooms, you're most likely going to find yourself now, they're not guaranteed over here in Alligator Bayou. So let's take a quick look. You guys want to see what a standard room looks like? Let's check it out. Those are our standard guest rooms. You can see what they look like. There's a couple of them there with the two queen beds or the one king bed, depending on what you need for your family. You can also see the pull down is going to include our little friend Lewis, the gator from Princess and the Frog. Really great design. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit about what you can find here in the Alligator Bayou. And by the way, we just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal from the Magic Crew. And we got a PayPal from, I don't know if this is the person, if this is their channel name or if this is their personal name. So I'm going to say PS initials, and then I'll let them in the chat if they want to say, yes, that's me, that's me. PS sent over $18.50 and says, enjoy a drink. Thank you so much, PS. And thank you for watching. We love our UK friends hanging out with us here. And I appreciate it. You know what? We'll do that as we come back through. We'll stop by the Muddy Waters and the Muddy Rivers on our way back to the main lobby and do that. So thank you so much, PS. Greatly appreciate that. And thank you for the PayPal. So one of the things I want to make sure that you guys understand that this is a moderate. Oh, Rebecca says the bench on the pull down is awesome too. So yes, when the bed's not being used, you pick it up, boom, you got yourself a bench. This is a moderate resort. And the thing that is important to know about that is the fact that all of the hallways are outside. There's no
only deluxe resorts have indoor hallways.
all exterior hallways. Yes.
All exterior.
All your doors for your rooms are directly out to the outside of the buildings. You can, like I said, you can, if you want a preferred room, you can get one that's closer to the lobby, which we actually like the preferred, because when you have yourself a resort mug, it's a lot shorter walk to get your mug refilled.
Oh, it used to be crazy.
Yes, if you come back from the rooms and you're gonna find yourself having to walk a lot farther to get your mugs refilled for the night. So if that's a concern of yours, make sure to go and ask for a preferred room and things like that. So yeah, lots of little lizards. Liberty, our daughter Liberty, loves the amount of just lizards everywhere around here. Rebecca says we had a tall 18-year-old lady sleep on the fifth sleeper. She loved it. She slept in a ball. I've slept on them. I have slept on them. They're not impossible for a larger or heavier person to stay on. It's just they are made for the smaller and the lighter. So no jumping up and down. I've got to be very careful if I do sleep on it. Baby Dove says, Alligator Bayou is my jam. Gator jam. Let's take you guys into the interior of Alligator Bayou for two reasons. I want to show you guys that inside these building areas are quiet pools. If you don't like the loud, the energy of the main pool, you just want to get into water and just kind of chill. Each of these areas does have a quiet pool. So when you are asking for your room type, we can actually get you a pool view such that you're not only close to, but you can look overlooking the pools. Or you can ask for a wood view, meaning that you should be able to look out into trees. And to me, it's a lot more calming in that way. More Beverly Hills rooms at all the resorts are becoming the same. They are simplifying the room types because it can be really confusing when you've got 7 different types. But there's still going to be some different types of rooms. Like for here, you're still going to have the standard. You're still going to have the royal rooms. So, yes, they are going to be trying to simplify room categories so it doesn't cause as much confusion for some people to determine where they'd like to stay. So this is the main central area of Alligator Bayou. And we've got our quiet pool over here. It's a pretty good sized pool. It's not an oval pool. It's actually kind of snake-like in the way that it's done. So they're totally different back then, huh? So, again, much more quiet. There are no activities. There are no lifeguards at the quiet pools. So that's just something to take into consideration when you're looking to see where you want to stay and what you want to use as far as your pool for activities. Kevin says, I slept on the pool down a few years ago at Riverside. No problem. 6 foot tall man. There you go. It can be done. I can see Mike right now sitting on the edge, a bowl of shrimp and grits, feet in the water. Now, Owen, let's show them just what's on the other side of these buildings as well. People were asking about transportation.
Yeah, I didn't really show that.
And where would you park your car? So, if you're staying in Alligator Bayou and you have a woods view, or if you have a pool view, Your rooms will be in this type of area. A short walk over, you will find yourself parking areas for each of these buildings. And as we talked about earlier in the live stream, there are 4 bus depots spread about the resort. They're designated south, west, north, and east. South is at the main lobby. And then there are 3 bus depots spread about between all of the other buildings. So just on the outside of this area here, you can see your parking. Ample parking. No problems finding a place to park. And now, you may have a room that overlooks the parking area. These are going to be the ones that are going to be a little less in price, a few dollars less per night. When you get your woods view or your preferred rooms, this is where you're going to have rooms that are going to be on the interior and less likely to be seen, and have a parking lot view or something like this to it. You hear the dogs? I don't know if you guys can hear the dogs. There's dogs barking in the background. That's Best Friends Pet Resort, just across the street from the Port Orleans Riverside, is the Best Friends Pet Resort. You can actually board your dog or your cat while you're staying here at Walt Disney World, and they'll be really close. Now, this is also a believe, and correct me if I'm wrong if it's changed. Sometimes I always forget this, and I do apologize. I'm really bad. This is one thing I have struggled with for years, is remembering which of the resorts are the pet friendly. And I do believe that this is one of the ones that does allow your pets to stay with you. There are some heavy restrictions with those though. So you do pay a fee, an additional fee for your dogs to stay in the rooms. The dogs must be quiet. They cannot be barking, and they cannot be left alone for more than a certain amount of time per day. So you can't rope drop and park close with a barker all day long. You don't want to cause a noise disturbance to the other guests who are staying here on property. Fair. So yes, there's Best Friends across the street, or this is one of the ones in which you can actually bring your pet with you. Austin, how you doing? I miss working at Port Riverside. Well, we're going to be making our way back over to the food court. If you haven't voted already, Austin, go ahead and do so. You of all people should probably have a good idea of what would be a great option for us to share with everybody at the end of today's stream. Make sure to vote in the food poll. What are we having for lunch? Oh, that's awesome, Kevin. Connected pet rooms so that they can spend time with one another. Now, I will say, Best Friends, good resort, can oftentimes be a challenge to actually make a reservation there because so many people use it. There is a brand new location of Pet Paradise here that can be an alternative for you guys to use. In the past, we have used Pet Paradise in the Winter Garden location for Nova. Awesome property. Such a great place to board. And like I said, a brand new location here for Lake Buena Vista. So it just opened up recently. Hey, Christy, how you doing? Christy voted for the third option for today's lunch poll. Is it a good one? Jackie says the Best Friends Pet Resort is absolutely fantastic. Staff is amazing. Austin says all those options are good. You'll like your choice. Awesome. So Austin, if I may, since you said that you worked here, what do you think? Because you know, I can say all these things all the time, and I love getting other people's opinions and from someone who actually worked here on property. What do you think? And this is going to be hard. What do you think is the best thing that is unique about staying at Port Orleans Riverside that you would not be able to do at any of the other Walt Disney World resorts, or that puts it above and beyond some of the other choices when choosing your resort hotel? I know that's a hard one. I think you're capable of. I think you can do it.
I must say, another great thing about this resort is that this moderate has a lot of trees. So even if it's sunny out, like there is.
It's hot. Lots of shade.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michelle Nichols. Yeah, I'm gonna step off so this guy can. Today's stream is brought to you by option number 1, not option number 2, number 3, or number 4. This announcer is not an official sponsor of this channel or its live stream. Austin, for me, I love how the resort seems almost secluded. You're away from the parks, completely surrounded with the bayou and south atmosphere, and I think that is I think that's a perfect answer, Austin. It really is. You don't get this feel at Pop Century. We love Pop. I love staying at Pop. I love going to Pop. We have so many clients who go to Pop. It's just not the same. This is a completely different feel than Pop. You don't have giant statues of Dalmatians. You don't have, everything's just very kind of quiet. You don't, as much as I love the Skyliner, I think it's amazing, but it's always visually there. And if you're someone who needs to detach, if you're someone who says, you know what, I want to go to the parks, but when I'm not at the parks, I don't want to see the parks, I don't want to know about the parks, I just want to breathe, then this is the resort for you. Tony's like, this resort is a long way from the resorts, from the bus, from the resorts though. That is the trade-off. Because of where it's located on property, you will have a slightly longer bus ride to and from the parks. And something to take into consideration, because of the way that this is spread out, especially if you're staying in the royal rooms, even when you get to the resort, you're gonna have to wait for a couple more bus stops depending on where you're staying on property. So how you doing, Darren? How's Chewy today? Welcome in, Dopey Runner. Nice shade, 5K time. Hey, Dopey Runner, you're going to join us tonight. We're going to have a stream at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, both here on our channel here and on our Facebook Run Disney support group, to where Calvin's going to come on and just talk about training for the upcoming Wine and Dine and just give some advice. And would love to have you join us if you have time tonight. Throw in some advice of your own. I like the fact that the pool is on its own island. It is completely separated from the rest of the resort. The Twinkie said, "Hi, Chris." How you doing, Tiffany? Get our puppy update today. So Don, options, what options are available for resorts or hotels that have suites for the parks? Now, we can do that as low as the value hotels. There are family suites available at the All Stars. You can do family suites over at the Art of Animation. Then you can get into the deluxe hotels, and there are 1, 2, and 3 bedroom options for any kind of budget. So let us know depending on what your family size is, and we can definitely help you with that as well. Bird. All right, we've now made our way over into Magnolia Bend, across from Old Man Island, over from where the lobby is. Completely different feel, completely different theming than Alligator Bayou. Magnolia Bend is going to contain both standard rooms as well as the royal rooms, oftentimes referred to as the princess rooms. Greg wants to know, how did Nova do while we were on the cruise? Supposedly she did amazingly well. They told us that she got along with all the other dogs. And I really thought that when we picked her up that she was going to be overly excited, like, oh my gosh, you left me. I didn't think you were coming back home ever. Instead, she was just sort of, oh, hey, it's you. Hi. Okay, I'm going to get in the car. Let's go home. And she came home and she slept. She was so tired. Welcome in, John. Naomi says we're 2 thumbs up away from 500 today. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. What you got? That's where the spot is. Now, the biggest difference between Magnolia Bend and Alligator Bayou, shade. They still have shade, different kind of shade. Magnolia trees everywhere. They still have quiet pools here as well. But plantation style buildings and theming. Here, I've got to. I gotta do this. I have to go up. That's how we looked at it, Haley. If she was tired, that means she had a good time. She was running around and enjoyed it. Hello, Valerie. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Heather, Chris, can you choose which section you get in a room in at this resort if you get a standard room? Yes and no. For the most part, like I said, if you choose a royal room, you're going to find yourself over in Magnolia Bend. If you get a standard room, there is still a chance that you'll find yourself over at Magnolia Bend. There's not as many, but they're still there. Oh my. This was unexpected. Can't say this is happening every day.
They said our dance competition went today. They just came back from it.
Poison Apples is like, I see my room. I see my room. Welcome in, John. How you doing, Surf Bum? Happy Thursday. Now, fair, we actually did have some clients who booked a standard room. They did not want a princess room. And when they showed up to check in, actually before they even checked in, on their app that showed that they were over here in Magnolia Bend. Now, they contacted us for some help. And because of the situation, I actually drove over to the hotel. You know, there's an advantage to me being a travel agent that's here on, that can be on property in less than 20 minutes. And while we can't do that for everyone and for every instance, for that particular case, we just wanted to make sure that they were happy and that we could, you know, see what can be done. So I came over, met with them in the lobby, and we talked with the people in the front, and they said, well, they didn't have any other spaces to move them in outside of Magnolia Bend that first night. But if they were to stay in the first night, I think it was maybe 2 nights, they were here for a week. After 2 nights, they would gladly move them and have them moved over into the Alligator Bayou. And I told them, I said, well, check it out. Stay the first 2 nights. Let them know if you'd like to move. Or if you get in here and you realize it's not as bad, you actually can enjoy it, then you can just simply let the front desk know that you'd like to continue to stay in the room after all. And Disney was very accommodating, very helpful. So, as I always say, this is my biggest piece of advice when it comes to if you have a preference for a building. Disney will never guarantee you staying in a certain room, building, or section unless what you have reserved is in that section specifically. Like for instance, if you're staying over at Art of Animation, you can book the Cars family suites. Guaranteed, you're gonna be in Cars. Okay, you're not gonna show up and then go, oh wait, you're in the, you know, Lion King. Nope, we booked the Cars. So that's a little different scenario. But if you come over here and you're like, you know what, we really like to be in building 15. Now, we can always ask. It will never show up officially on the reservation. It goes into their computer system. But the problem is that none of the rooms are assigned until the day of your check-in by the management here on property. And there's no guarantee that they will see it or can accommodate it depending on what's going on. So we can always ask, but we can never guarantee. So which is what I always say is be prepared to be there early. If you can be here in person in the lobby, if your room is not quite where you want it to be, always go in knowing that there's no guarantee. Ask nicely. Magic happens a lot quicker and more probable if you give them the opportunity and the niceness of it all. I'm going to check this area out here, Owen. So come in and go, you know what? Okay, well, that's an okay room. Do you guys have any other available rooms in this section? And if they have a room available, someone else who hasn't checked in or they just don't have anybody assigned to that room, they can move you over. So, but give them the opportunity to do so. Welcome in, Real Housewife of Magic Kingdom. You know, we, oh, thank you. We have a unique opportunity being that we are here. We're at the parks all the time. We're at the resorts all the time. We can show you things. We can do things. And it is one of the reasons why we want to become the kind of travel agent that you can feel comfortable getting the best information on a regular basis. And for us, it's part of the value of having an agent who's here in the parks on a regular basis. So it's just our pleasure to help out. Like I said, we can't do it all the time, but it certainly does help when we need to. There you go, Dopey Runner. Ask them when you come for running weekends. Try to get as close to those bus stops as you can. What about if there are accessibility concerns? Could they even take a bit for that? All right, so when it comes to accessibilities, make sure when you reach out to us for those rooms, we can make sure to actually book you an accessible room. If you're looking for a certain type, we can help you out with that. And we have clients who come in who can't do elevators. They can't walk upstairs. We have to get them a first floor. They need a walk-in shower, stuff like that. So make sure when you guys contact us about that, just ask, and we'll make sure to help you guys out as much as possible. And please understand that if for whatever reason something gets assigned wrong, we just make sure we make the request and we let Disney do what they can to make it right. So, all right, let me know in the chat who wants to see a royal room, who wants to see a princess room. I want to see some hands up. Let me know. Isn't it nice, Naomi? What we say, Stephen, be polite, be understanding, and give them the opportunity to make it right first. February, we had a hot water problem in our room. Disney credited back a night stay for both rooms, and the CM was outstanding. That's awesome, Mark. Inez, do you want to see it? Who else wants to see the royal room? All right, guys, let's take a quick look and show you what it looks like when you stay here at Magnolia Bend in one of the royal rooms. There's a little look at what it looks like in the rooms that are around us here. A lot more lush, I guess you should say. More elegant as far as the decor. Lots of little details hidden in and amongst all of the rooms. My favorite detail of all of them is that when you go to the bathroom and you go to the wash your hands at the sink, you'll notice that there's a golden lamp from Aladdin hidden right there. So if you're staying in the royal rooms, look for those details. There'll be princesses there. There will be a chance on the headboard to light up like fireworks, and it's got some really great details to it. Is who in the chat has actually stayed in one of the royal rooms before? Anyone? I know, Andrew, it doesn't look that way, does it? The magic carpet on the rug. Darren says it looks like our bedroom. Sweet. They're gonna stay at their house. Welcome in, Eduardo. How you doing today? Please stand by. Says we have so many times stayed over here, and it's a completely different style of room than what you would get over in Alligator Bayou, and the standard rooms as well. Real Housewives, like we have. Darren's not really. He took me for a ride there, Darren. So notice even over here by the bench, you have some tiaras and crowns. Welcome in, Chris. 106 days countdown. Poison apple, I'd be happy just to sleep in the lobby. I think I've actually taken a little bit of a cat nap in the lobby before as well. Our housewife says the royal rooms are all grouped together, and if you go on the off season, it's super quiet. Even now, where we're standing here in the Magnolia Bend, there's not a sound. I mean, all I can hear is the water. Roxanne says we've stayed in the royal rooms with the grandchildren. They are awesome. Good afternoon, Shoshana. How are you? Welcome to Port Orleans, Riverside. Notice we have, I guess this is a scimitar on this side. And then on this side we have a broadsword. And then so Andrew, one of the disadvantages of staying at Port Orleans, Riverside, and French Quarter, there is no walking to any of the resorts or Disney Springs from this area. There is bus transportation for those who don't have their own vehicle, and there is boat service to Disney Springs, but no access to the parks, which is why it has the quietness, the isolation, but no walking. Now, over here, you can also, for some of the other amenities, you can rent a Surrey bike. You can, for riding around, you can also, at certain times of the year, get a horse and carriage ride around the property. They do offer that. They bring the horses over from Fort Wilderness and the Triple D Ranch. And you can go for a nice carriage ride. And they have bicycles as well, just regular bicycles. Tony says I might be able to afford one of those hammocks that Owen was in. So, one of our quiet pools. We have several over here in this area of the resort as well. I wonder if anyone's ever rolled. I think I've almost, not all the way into the water. I myself have done some videoing and found myself not necessarily rolling all the way down, but kind of getting in there a little bit. All right, let's talk about some of the other activities you can do while you're here on property. Recreation calendar, movies under the stars. They have movies Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. This month they have Lilo and Stitch, Monsters Inc., Lizzie McGuire movie, that's a throwback, and Aladdin. Some of the other activities, they have a mosaic class, an arcade challenge, the Bayou bag toss, the glow party, Tuesdays and Thursdays at the Old Man Island pool. 11:45 a.m. they have the Bayou Bash dance party, and arts and crafts every day at about 2:30 over at the Riverside Levee Marina. And of course, 6 p.m. every night, marshmallows over at the campfire, which is Owen's favorite thing. Owen probably regrets that we don't get to come and do these things at night so we can get himself a marshmallow. Hello, Ellen. Eduardo says this place looks like one of the many plantations here in Louisiana. So they've done a good job of capturing the theme. Now, if you were to continue walking this direction, and notice you've got more buildings over there, more royal rooms. If you keep walking on this side, underneath the bridge, you're going to walk yourself all the way over to Port Orleans French Quarter. You can walk there very easily. It's less than a 5-minute walk. They even have it on the signs, I believe, yes. Or they do have boat services. If you get a boat to Disney Springs, oftentimes one of the boats will stop at French Quarter as well. Here's your room break. Stay in the hammock. Fire at 6. Lights out at 11. Angela, is there anywhere online we can see a schedule of what's going on at the resorts? If there is, Angela, I don't think I've ever come across it or seen it. Most of the time we always get the schedules at the property themselves. I don't know if anyone else has ever seen one online like that. Kevin's also from South Louisiana. Does this feel, how does this feel to you, Kevin? Do you like the feel of this resort? Good afternoon, Gail. Welcome in. Was it that? That you can only get on the one side of Space Mountain? I used to get upset when we used to do the fast passes at Space Mountain because it always put us on the one side where that sound wasn't made. We never got to hear the. Kevin's like very accurate, especially French Quarter. Yes. And we'll be taking you guys over to French Quarter a little bit later in the season. So we started here earlier. Guys, there is a running trail. And if you run all the way around this property here, it's 1 mile exactly from where we started here, all the way around Alligator to Magnolia and back to where we just got here now. Exactly 1 mile. If you go down to the riverfront, over at French Quarter, it's an additional 0.7 miles. Bicycles. You can rent bicycles. You've got Surreys. You've got the regular bikes. Take over for a little ride around the property. Welcome in, earlies. It is a beautiful resort. It really is. So Bryce, we're kind of far away from the bus stops, but I'll show you again. Let me show you exactly where the bus stops are. I'll show you exactly where they're located. There are 4 bus stops for the entire resort. One of them is here at the front lobby. I believe it's the South Bus Depot. And so we're just the northern property here for Riverside. And you'll notice we have at the front lobby the South Depot. There is the West Depot. Notice between the South at the lobby and the West Depot, they take care of the entire half of the property here. So South Depot, buildings all the way up. West Depot, North Depot, East Depot. Again, if you're staying in either of these, your closest is going to be over here at the East Depot. So if you're looking for a place, let's just say, I think Dopey Roner mentioned, if you're going to be coming here for the Wine and Dine in November, if you want to save yourself a little bit of heartache, you don't want to stay down this far down because you're going to have to walk a little bit to get to the bus stop. So 85 will be a lot closer.
We basically just like started here and we've just toured the entire.
We did. We've gone over a mile ourselves today. So let's do this, guys. We got a really nice PayPal earlier from PS. Thank you so much, PS, for the PayPal to grab a drink. Let's do that, Owen. Let's go over to Muddy Rivers. Let's grab a drink, and then while we're doing that, we're gonna let you guys have your last little bit. And since we're not doing mobile order today, you can really vote up until the very end before we close our lunch bowl, unless Susan's already closed it. She's good like that. So let's go grab a specialty drink. We'll get something for Owen, non-alcoholic, and we'll bring it over to the food court over here, and then we'll give you guys all the way until we get back over before we close the poll. Make sure to put your vote in if you haven't done so already. Mark, I've seen that before. I've seen that. Well, one person's basically the only one pedaling. That can be rough. Especially, there's a couple of inclines at the boardwalk. That can be rough. Really high up. Owen's gonna have to get his ID out.
I'm not getting in here.
You have to choose what you're gonna get. Which one? You get the pina colada or the strawberry. They have a lava one too. Mouse ears and beers. Stay cool. Call it Hot Lantern for a reason. Hello, Fallen Star. And that makes a big difference, Amanda. It really does. The Skyliner has really changed the whole outlay of what it does and how things are done at the resorts. So. So, like I said, we got a question earlier. Do we ever get alcoholic drinks on the streams? We don't generally do that if it's for our personal reasons. But we got a really generous PayPal earlier. Wanted us to have a drink. We're gonna grab one, and we'll take it with us to lunch. I thought that's what the one you were gonna end up getting. You want the lava smoothie? Yeah. Awesome. And here, how about if I do this?
You want me to find a table?
We're gonna take it to the.
So you want me to go to the table in there?
No. I want you to stay right here. I mean, you can show off the pool and stuff like that. It's just I'll let you hold the camera for now.
Oh, okay.
The shot is on you.
Okay. How is everyone doing today? Thanks for stopping in. Hope you have a good one as well. So, we basically toured the entire resort. We've shown the pool off. We've shown the types of rooms, bus stops, lobby, and all rooms connected to the lobby. How you can get to the Disney Springs and back from the boat Fire pit, very important. You always have to show the fire pit, hammocks. Anything else? Yeah, I think we're doing a good job showing everything off. But we still have some time left. We still are going to go over there and pick up something to eat to finish off the stream. We're picking something up here. So, any questions, anything else that you want to ask? That'd be a time to do it for you. Enough. Hello, Nicholas. Thank you, baby dove. There is always a lot of interesting things. You can learn about how the resorts are made, the stuff that happens in the resorts while they've been open. There's always a lot of cool trivia and facts you can find if you like look deep enough. Doing good, doing really good. Woke up today, had a short breakfast, and now I'm here in the resort. So yeah, doing great. You too, have a good day. Maybe probably won't do that, but I have to say here will probably be a bit easier than the boardwalk. Some of those slopes, you can actually go back to the stream and watch it. Those slopes were hard. They were really hard. Not only getting up them, but getting up them was took a lot of work. But then you also had to use the brake to make sure you didn't bowl through anyone on the way down. So I think this resort, it's more flat. There isn't going to be as, I don't know the exact path of the Surrey Pike, but in terms of ramps, they do have that path could go on. There's going to be a lot more work involved. Michael, thank you for joining. Oh, I actually just checked a few moments ago, and I believe that a 2-seater Surrey bike was $20 and a 4-seater was $22, if I'm correct. So, and the price per person, I guess, would depend on which Surrey bike you got. But I mean, for the double, it would be 10 per person, and for the 4-seater, it would be, $5.50 per person. If you wanted to be exact. Hey Grumpy, thank you for joining. Yeah, I did get rested up. I think I've slowly been trying to get my sleep schedule back on track ever since cruise ended, because trying to make the most out of the time while you're on that boat as much as possible. You most times will stay up pretty late, so I think my schedule is pretty much back on track in terms of that. Oh, is that eat? That's eat. Ooh. Ooh. Let me turn the camera down, you guys can see it. Ooh. That's good.
This one's yours. You can only have this one. Got the Hurricane and a lava smoothie for you.
Here you go.
Sounds like a good day to be at the pool, right? So this is a virgin pina colada with a raspberry puree. So one of the things we did when we went to Nassau, we went to the straw market to do some shopping. They had a daiquiri bar there. And non-alcoholic daiquiris were $12. Alcoholic daiquiris were $15. And the entire group who went shopping all got non-alcoholic daiquiris. And, you know, blended with fresh fruit. And Owen and I both got the strawberry. It was kind of refreshing.
Like, I was so surprised at how well it tasted. I could see why it was so popular. Like, it was made fresh there, so it kind of makes sense. Like, it wasn't just like you pull it up to like Sonic, they get some ice, they get some flavoring, and then you got slush. No, it was just made right there with actual strawberries. Really good.
So Leo, last week we actually saw one of them while we were on the safari. I was not aware that they had placed both of the foals on the safari, but I was glad to see that news yesterday. So when we hit Animal Kingdom tomorrow, guys, you'll have to help me keep a lookout to see if we can see our 2 brand new zebra foals out on the Kilimanjaro Safari. Babies! Baby zebras. Baby zebras. And again, thank you to PS from earlier for the PayPals to allow us to grab something from the muddy waters, the muddy rivers. Love a good boat ride. Coming to and from Disney Springs. All right, guys, I don't know if Susan's closed it yet or not, but now's the chance. We're gonna close the lunch poll. What's for lunch today? What's for lunch today? What's for lunch today? What's for lunch today? What did you guys choose for us? Let's close it out. We'll walk inside and we'll get a bite to eat here at the Riverside Mill. You choose it, we choose it, and we review it. Welcome in, Charles. Well, Aaron, it will be available for replay, and if you have any questions afterwards, feel free to come back in and ask. And guys, it will be streamed tonight, both on this channel here and on our Ear to Ear Magic Run Disney support group over on Facebook. And the winner is Catch Your Own Lunch in the fish pond. No, that would be sushi, because I'm not cooking that. All right. Susan says the lunch poll is closed. I am going to be trying the Bayou Amber Ale Burger.
I saw that in the menu. I saw the description bag.
All right, let's see what I'm going to have today. Let's take it up there. Oh, and do you know what you're going to grab? Pardon me. The Bayou Amber Ale Burger. I gotta wait for the menu to change it back over. It is a spicy shredded prime rib, amber ale cheese, toasted brioche, served with French fries. All right, let's go. Let's grab it. Let's just. Can you? Can you grab the tray and hold it all for me?
Yeah, your hand.
What are you gonna get, bud? You don't have to get it from here if you don't want. You know what you want?
We get the Amber Ale burger. Bayou Amber Ale.
You get the same thing? What are you getting?
We also get a French dip with that.
So Owen's gonna get the French dip, and I'm gonna try the Bayou Amber Ale burger. Not too close, it'll get hot. All right. Oh, Owen got the French dip. With the dip.
There's the dip.
Not the dip.
He was gonna sit on the next thing. Okay, we're gonna try it. Back up.
Hmm?
Back up.
Let's take a quick look at the desserts because I'm a glutton for punishment. Or maybe I'm just a glutton. We've got a seasonal plant-based. I think it was a good choice too, Chris, as well. I love a good French dip. The Mickey Simple and Sweet Cheesecake, which is a really great dome cheesecake.
Jack Rebels.
And it's, I don't know. The Pride Strawberry Cupcake. If it's the same as it was over at Animal Kingdom, not that great. Mickey Mouse Celebration Cupcake. It's basically going to be your chocolate cake with your cookies and cream. It's the great stuff. It's delicious. Michelle L said French dip is good. Had it at French Quarter. Right here? Right here.
One French dip and one Oreo.
Here, why don't you take this unless you're gonna pay? I'm okay with either.
The top there is still rotating. Okay, high. There we go. Over here? Wow, blank spots over here. Silverware utensils. Always to choose wise for the table, especially when you got a camera like this. You don't want anyone getting in there. If there's a lot to be in there. Probably these two tables like right there. Oh, skipping this section? Skipping this. There we go.
Where is he cooking?
Yeah, this works. There's someone over here.
What's that?
This works. Let me flip the camera on. Flip. Nope. Always press the cam button instead of going to settings. This is. There we go. Oh, you wanted this?
Owen likes to put it to my left, which means I can't touch it. I kind of have it to my right. Just water.
I want some of this. This is really good. This is a really good mixture.
So this is what you guys chose for us for lunch today. That looks like a really great option. And then Owen got the French dip with a side of au jus. Au jus for some dipping.
Do you want me to put that way?
Yeah, let me just stick it somewhere real quick. Take a quick picture. So, while we're having a quick bite to eat, we'd love it if you guys have any final questions or something you'd like to know about the resorts. What's going on here just as when it comes to travel or any questions whatsoever. Again, thank you to all those who helped today with PayPal just to make it possible for us to be able to have lunch, share those food options with you. And again, thank you PS for the PayPal earlier. Grab a drink over at the Muddy Rivers as well. So thank you guys for that. The lighting in here is not exactly the best. Sweet. This is a very unique sandwich.
You want a picture of this as well?
I really don't know how to put condiments, if any at all, on this. Go this way. Melanie, coming to MK and AK the end of July, early August. I saw the park availability is completely open. When should I book my park reservations and buy park tickets? I'm hoping to in the next few days. Well, first of all, Melanie, so far in the month of June, we have had a completely open month for park reservations. Matter of fact, for Disney's annual pass holders, it has been so open that they have actually given us free reign to come to Epcot and Animal Kingdom with bonus reservations the entire month. Bonus reservations mean we can make the reservations without counting against how many reservations we're allowed to have at a time. As an Incredipass holder, I can have up to 5 park reservations at a time. Anytime I go to Epcot, anytime I go to Magic Kingdom, I've been able to make those reservations all month long and not count toward those 5. That's very unusual. It just means things are really open right now. If it's still open, and it probably will be around July and August, one thing to take in consideration, that first week of August, before school comes back here in the state of Florida, that will be a really busy week the week before. So, if you're coming, make sure to kind of keep an eye out. Look and see when Florida schools are starting coming back, but usually that first week before school starts back in Florida is really heavy with the locals. So that's a possibility. When should you buy park tickets? Whenever you're ready. Please keep in mind, when you buy park tickets outside of a reservation that doesn't include rooms, they are non-refundable. Now, if something happens and you're not able to use them,
You can use them for credit for future tickets. You won't lose the money, but you cannot get the money back as a refund. So I would say as soon as you feel comfortable and you're confident that you are becoming, go ahead and buy your tickets. Now, if you'd like to support us, we would be glad to help you with those ticket purchases. If they are, I believe, if you are a Florida resident, we can help you with that as well as far as discounts. If they are 3 park days or more, we can help you. If it's just a couple of days, not something we can generally do for as far as what we can do as travel agents. But anytime you guys have needs to buy park tickets that are 3 days or more here at Disney World, reach out and let us know. It's going to be the same price if you buy directly through Disney, but we'll get a little bit of a help from commission, and you guys support like that makes a big difference. Every little bit counts. So, Melanie, just as soon as you're ready, I would say go ahead and move toward that. Dale wants to know, can we book what Susan has for lunch? I say. Moving on.
I have to turn to me like.
I was asking for your opinion, Bob.
I mean, she's coming with you, sure, but if she's like at home.
No, right now. Let's talk about right now for lunch. We should have a poll for Susan. Kim, I felt like when we were there a few weeks ago, I made everybody wait to take pictures of foods and treats. Owen does it now, even if I don't. Did you take pictures of your food on the cruise?
Oh,
David eats his beignets for dessert. Not today. Because we'd have to make our way over to French Quarter. There are no beignets here at Riverside.
they now have beignets at this resort.
But there is easy accessibility if you guys are staying here. It's not that hard to walk over and grab yourself some beignets. Go stay over at the Scat Cat Pub. Hear some live music at night and grab yourself some specialty beignets. We like to dine over there even if we're staying here. So it's not really that far over. Chris Shaw wants to know, what was the best thing Owen had to eat and best activity on the cruise?
Okay, first off, I've answered this question multiple times before. It's been really hard to decide the best thing because most of the food is usually going to be most of the complimentary food is going to be that fancy. They have the dining room, which has complimentary food every night. Like they have a complimentary meals, and it's like a full meal, appetizer
included.
Yeah, appetizer.
Kind of had to pay for it, but it's included in your price.
Yes, it's included. Like you don't have to pay extra when you book a cabin. So. They have appetizers, entrees, and desserts for every meal, and the menu changes every night. So, when you say best thing to eat, I'm just gonna say the dining room in general, because all the food there I absolutely love. Best activity. Well, I really enjoyed.
I know it's upside down, but I'm afraid to flip it over.
There's a lot on that. I really, even though we were there for a short amount of time, I did really enjoy like taking a few minutes and going out in Nassau for a bit, just doing a few things. Went to Straw Market, which was an experience to say the least.
It stressed him out.
Went around a few shops. We tried the Gourmet Punch since it was a drink.
The Bahamas Gourmet Punch, the specialty Coca-Cola made bottled drink only in the Bahamas.
Very good. It's a cool experience. There was also a lot of other stuff we did, like went to Coca K, obviously. That's the headline thing to do on a Caribbean resort. They say the phrase "perfect day of Coca K" at least 50 times when you're preparing to get on the cruise and while you're on the cruise. So it is. That's something we did.
I will tell you my least favorite activity.
Oh.
I'm not even gonna tone it down. I'm just gonna flat out tell you. I was very disappointed. Royal Caribbean, you need to up your game. Really do. Highly disappointed. The entire group showed up at 3 o'clock on Saturday this past weekend in the Schooners Bar to do the Disney trivia.
Oh no, I remember this.
We were ready to do the Disney trivia. We were going to tear up the Disney trivia. That was not Disney trivia. They gave all the teams a piece of paper with 20 pictures on it, and all we had to do was write down the names of the characters' names. It was like picture pages. It was like, this is Pluto, this is Mickey, this is Dumbo.
Trivia, the word trivia involves some like difficulty. Or like,
Trivia, stuff that's trivial should be like, why do you even know that information? But the Disney trivia was basically identifying the 20 most commonly known Disney characters that probably even the 5-year-old in your group can answer at least 18 of them without blinking. So, come on, Royal Caribbean. Give us some real trivia.
And that wasn't it, because there was a tiebreaker, and the tiebreaker question
I mean, the tiebreaker because every single team got all of them right.
There was tiebreakers, every single team got them right, and then the question was about the Philippines?
Well, our Royal Caribbean activities director running the trivia was from the Philippines. And so the tiebreaker question was, how many islands are there total in the Philippines? And I'm like, and what Disney movie was that in? That seems wrong. But I was looking for a little bit more fun. So come on, Royal Caribbean. Give us a challenge. We had Disney trivia in the levy. It was questions. Some were very hard. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted.
Challenge.
Not, this is Dumbo. This is Aladdin. This is the Beast. Like, yeah. You need to up your games up. Well, we were on a Royal Caribbean cruise, so we didn't go to Castaway Cay. We went to Coco Cay. So we'll have to see next time we take a Disney cruise. It was not even trivia. Like I said, a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old could have easily done it. Thanks, Aaron. Well, we'll see you again soon. Have a great afternoon. Thanks for popping in when you could. Kate Toe said Carnival had really hard trivia.
I can understand if you wanted to tone it down, but like that's like baby. Like this is an activity you give to like a child when they're at daycare. Most of these people do not going to be in that area of age.
That would have been hard.
Ooh. Ooh.
Captain Good Guy says yes, they have changed the name. So I think that's actually still unofficial. I don't know if it's ever really official what the Beast's name was. It was not necessarily canon. At least that's what I've heard. But what would you guys think? Would you guys like to have a really hard Disney trivia game one of these days in a live stream? We could do that. Hey, Chef Ricky, welcome in. All right, so I have this burger is topped with prime rib and a cheese sauce unlike anything else I've ever had.
That looks thick. There's a lot in there. That is like 70% meat, 30% bun.
And almost and almost makes me think it's an Arby's burger. They have the meats.
So well done.
Welcome in, Mara. Yes. Chris and Owen, list 3 Disney movies with numbers in the title. 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, you're not doing close, so you're finished.
I'm giving you a chance. I'm not going to look at the comments.
Nope, not looking.
He's thinking. You can do it.
Actually, a really good question.
So it says no sequels, which means, you know,
Yeah, I know, no
no
sequels.
Toy Story 2. But
Mainline movies in my head that I can't find anything.
no.
I'm thinking so hard right now. I mean, you took the most simplest one right out of the equation. That's it. That's why it's so hard. I mean, I can't think of another mainline movie that has a number in the title.
Still thinking.
I got nothing. I
Nothing?
can't cook. Can you already fill in the other two? I've been waiting. I've been sitting here.
I'm just using this time to finish my burger.
Oh, okay.
Would you want me to give another one? I can. I was just giving you a chance because I was stuck on my face.
I have nothing. I can't.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
That's a good one.
Come on.
I feel Dalmatians is the only mainline movie that would have a number. So
Okay.
it has to be something bigger.
Come on, you can do something. Get the third one. You can do it. Almost down. I should have started out with 20,000 and left 101 for you. No?
Nope. Still nothing.
Nothing?
Unless there's something in like the mainline movies that I'm just going past, it has to be a big movie. I just can't remember.
By the way, I think I missed it earlier. We just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal from the Magic Crew. I think it was Tony. Thank you so much, Tony. Tony sent in a PayPal, $6.26. Thank you so much, Tony. Helps us offset the cost for lunch today.
Yes.
Greatly appreciate that so that we can share it with you guys. Thank you so much, Tony. I'm glad you could join us for today. I had one and I lost it. What was it? There we go.
Honestly, I can't be mad at myself. That one's out there. It's literally no having number. I have no one to blame but myself.
There's no blaming.
I should have focused on the number instead of just searching for rooms on my head.
And then Tony, that one does count. Fantasia 2000. That was the other one I was thinking of earlier. Because we were just talking about Fantasia 2000 the
Yeah,
other day.
instead of like going through every single Disney movie that I could ever think of, I should have just like gone through the numbers and see if I could remember any movies that were related to that number.
So the other one that I thought of, that I was hoping you were going to get because it was kind of easy, and it's actually the first one I thought of, so it's kind of leaving it out there. You forgot Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. That's the first one I thought of. Mainly because it's a ride. That helps. You know what? I got 20,000 Leagues. What else? 101 Dalmatians we threw out there. Anybody else have another one? You tried. You got out there. But that's a great question. It really is a
my
great
logic
question.
was flawed in finding those movies.
So, I was just thinking you were going to get the Seven Dwarfs. That was the first one that came to mind. Yeah, pretty much. Plantation 2,000, 20,000 leagues, Big Hero 6, 101 Dalmatians, 3 Caballeros, and the 3 ninjas. That was Nickelodeon, I think.
Wrong franchise, wrong IP.
I was trying to be smart. I was really trying to think of a movie name that had a number like hidden in the title, but wasn't quite there. So how was the burger? See, I think that one might go under a sequel. The B2, that one might be under the sequel role. But I think that one was Nickelodeon. I don't know if that was Disney or not. So, all right. So, Tale of Two Critters. I don't even know what that one is. Sounds like the last time I went camping. What did you think of the French dip?
Really good.
All right, let me find really good. Where's really good? I don't know where really good is. Looking for it.
The dip was hot, but not too hot. It really enhanced the savoriness of the sandwich, which is what it's supposed to do.
That's like really thick.
I basically ate most of the entire sandwich dipping into that how it's supposed to. Very filling.
Au jus. Like it?
That's tough.
What'd you rate it? Around $13, I think it was. So
I think 4, if not 4.5. It was, the flavor was amazing. I mean, usually you want to get that out of a sandwich, but since it was a French dip, the savoriness, the savory flavor, just
good. Now I had the Bayou burger. It had prime rib on it, some really unique cheese sauce, and I think it brought the level up from just being a regular burger. So
you're saying it definitely deserves a 4 out of this?
Oh, most definitely. I would give it a 4 out of 5. Again, it's about the same price, as what you would be for a normal burger, but with that prime rib on it, it added a different texture. The cheese sauce on it was better than just like a normal, like regular run-of-the-mill cheese sauce. And I didn't even put any condiments on it. I ate it just like it was, and it was perfectly fine. So definitely give that a 4 out of 5 as well. Good flavor and a little diversion from your normal burger. So good options for today. You guys sure as well. Actually, that was hard. I couldn't think of any either. That's a good question.
When that kind of question pops up, you need to think about the numbers, not every single possible answer it could be.
So Emily, I love a good French dip. I love the idea of adding the dipping it into the au jus and softening it up a little bit.
Seeing it on the menu when we were walking past it the first time, I was really interested and wanted to see if Disney nailed a good French dip, or maybe it wasn't as good. So I'm glad it was delicious.
Maybe a Disney related production company, but I don't. You won't see it playing. You won't see it playing out on the grass on Thursday nights here at the resorts. I know that's for sure.
And not family friendly.
You don't even know what 300 is. I don't think you've even seen it. Grumpy Dopey, what's the average price now for all types of sandwich meals? $10 is actually going to be on the low side. I don't think you're going to see too many sandwiches for $10. Probably
it's
the
going to be
cheapest,
more along the 11 to like $15.
11 to 14, 11 to $15 for sandwiches, depending on how fancy or what something special that goes on it.
This was a bit more expensive just because of all the stuff it was.
So it's when you're going to get your $10 meals, it's going to be some like your salads, oftentimes without protein. You add your proteins, you're going to add a little bit more to it. So I'd say between $11 and $15. Welcome in, AB. How you doing? Actually, I didn't even try it, Fair, and I'm sitting there looking at it, and that's why I was actually smelling it. That's not a watery jus. It's actually, I can actually smell mushrooms.
Oh yeah, I do. Oh,
It's actually full of flavor.
yeah.
So it's not there just a name. So welcome back in, Fun Things. Good to see you back in. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. A little shorter stream than normal, only because of the fact that really the purpose of the stream is for someone to come in and learn about the resorts and understand them a little bit better.
Yeah, this is for information for people who are coming here. And even after the stream ends, people can still come back to this specific stream and review information that we talked about today.
Yeah, so if you guys know someone who's looking to come to Disney and they may mention, we're looking for a quiet resort, we're looking for a moderate resort, looking for a place that we can relax and kind of take it easy and step away from the parks, that is what you're going to find here at Port Orleans Riverside. It's going to be a little different than your other resorts as far as the hustle and bustle. It's not going to be heavily in your face Disney themed. You're not going to see giant Mickey statues and bright colors everywhere. It's going to be, like I said, a little more subtle, except of course in the royal rooms where you have the princesses and things like that. Moderate, your prices are going to be, of course, more than value, and is always going to change depending on the year and the season of the year of where you're at and what's going on. If you guys ever would like to have an idea of what it was like, or if you'd like a quote for the time you're going to be here, always reach out to us and let us know. We'll be glad to help you guys out when it comes to stuff like that. So send us an email, susanedwards@travelmation.net. Copy me at chrisedwards@travelmation.net. Let us know when you'd like to come, who's coming. If they're under the age of 18, please include their ages, because that does come into pricing when it comes to how Disney requires us to produce quotes. If they're not an adult, we have to provide an age when we're pulling the quotes officially in their system. And we do work actually in Disney's system. We are not a third party in that way. Travelmation is a diamond earmarked agency. We work completely through Disney's system and alongside them. So let us know if we can help you with a Disney World quote or Universal Orlando Resort or any kind of other travel as far as cruising. If you want to go to an all-inclusive resort like Sandals or Beaches, if there's something we can help you when it comes to travel, feel free to reach out to us. You guys know us. We're not going to do a hard sell. We're going to make sure we take care of you guys. And because you're here with us all the time, we're going to make sure we provide you the best we can to tell you exactly what would be best for you and your family, your group, or your organization. So reach out today. Let us know how we can help you guys out. And remember, never going to charge you a fee. There are no fees associated. That is travel. And we get our commission after you travel. So unfortunately, there are people who reach out to us. They let us do a lot of the hard work for them. We give them quotes. We answer all of their questions. We basically just pull it all together and make it easy for them to decide. And then they go on their own and they book it on themselves directly with Disney or Universal or Royal Caribbean, which is unfortunate because it's still the same price and sometimes a little bit more because they don't have somebody looking out specifically for them in that way. But when that happens, we get no commission whatsoever. We only get commission after we help you and you travel. So thank you guys for supporting us as a small business and letting us be a part of your next vacation when you do that. So reach out, send us an email today, especially if you guys are looking to come on our next group cruise. I don't know if Susan has an update, but as of last night, we have... I was going to use French fries, but I ate them all. We'll just use them. Officially, we have 11 staterooms going with us on the Allure of the Seas for next year's crew cruise in June. 11 staterooms, and we still have others who are asking for information. This is going to be an amazing group of people going together next year. We would love you guys to be a part of it because so many people have already booked their reservations in the first 30 days. And reaching out to our contacts with Royal Caribbean, he was kind enough to say, you know what, we're gonna, for those rooms that you've already set aside that have not been booked, we're gonna let those stay in your inventory And so if you're looking for an inside stateroom or a Central Park balcony, we still have some available at prices that were saved back in May. Other prices have gone up, but if you would like to know about those prices, or if you'd like to have one of those rooms, we still have them. Thank you to Royal Caribbean for recognizing our partnership with Travelmation and allowing us to have a little bit of exceptions of stuff like that. And so we have 11 staterooms now. We would love to have you guys be a part of it, and we'll add more as long as we can. Right now, we've actually completely sold out of all of our balcony ocean view rooms, but we have put a request in for Royal to see if they will allow us to pull a few more into our group and allow a group pricing for that. I will let you guys know as soon as we get confirmation that that's something that's available. And I hope that if you guys are interested in going on your very first cruise, what a great way to do that for the first time, going with another group of people, so you're never left alone. You never have to figure things out on your own, and you have somebody with you the entire time showing you the ropes and making it a great process. So we would love you guys to be a part of that. Again, that's the Allure of the Seas, June 28th, departing from Miami, I believe it is. Are we doing Miami or Port Canaveral? Hang on, now I gotta sit there and ask. Ask myself. Let's see.
Cover me up.
Cover up Owen. Port Canaveral, same port. So it's going to be a 4-night, 3-day cruise, 4-day, 3-night cruise, going to Nassau and perfect day at Coco Cay. And if you guys are interested, unfortunately, I think we're out. We have booked every single one of the Ocean View balconies. But if you guys would like one of the interiors or one of the Central Park balconies at the listed price, I cannot believe they allowed us to keep those prices, because that's not supposed to be the way it works. Let us know. We would be glad to have you guys be a part of that. So let us know today. I would love to just blow things out of the water. Yes, pun intended, for next year's group cruise. So send us an email if you guys would like to have one of those other staterooms. Melanie, I'm excited that Melanie or Doug are going to be joining us on their first cruise next year. That's going to be a lot of fun. Howdy, Nader! You know what? I don't know if that's a movie. That's more of a short, but I'm going to allow it. Three Little Pigs. It works. It's a number. So, all right, Owen's on. He loves it when I do that too, Rob. All right, so guys, do me a huge favor. As always, don't forget to leave a comment after the stream is over and in the replay. It helps the channel. If we get 20 comments after any stream, YouTube more than likely will share our stream out a lot more and invite other people to go back and watch it. And we hope that today's stream is very helpful for those who first did not know that Port Orleans Riverside was even a thing, or we needed to know more information about it. So leave us a comment. What did you guys like most about Port Orleans Riverside? And leave it at the comment after the replay, and we'll see you guys in the comments afterwards. And finally, guys, if you are watching today, you know we're really big about the people in our community, our Magic crew. We don't want anyone to feel left out. We don't want anyone to feel as though that they have not been seen and heard and a part, a value to the group. And we want you guys to extend the magic of our community well past the end of our live stream. So even after I hit end today, I want you guys to make a conscious effort to find someone else. And I want you to share a smile, share a laugh, and share a compliment. And whatever you do, just be the sunshine in somebody else's day, because you never know what their story is on the other side. So do that and extend the idea of the magic of the Magic crew well beyond the live streams today. From all of us here at Ear to Ear Magic, thank you guys so much. I want to say thank you to all of our Magic crew cast, those who are green in the chat, who support our channel on a monthly basis. Thank you guys so much. It's $3.99 for that, but it makes a huge difference in what we do. Thank you to our cast. Thank you to all of our Magic crew who are patrons over on patreon.com, who support us on a monthly basis. And if you've always wanted to check that out, do so over at patreon.com/ear-to-ear magic. And there are 5 different levels to join. And we would love to have you guys join us next month in July when we have our next Zoom call. Well, on a Tuesday evening for 2 hours, we'd all just sit back and have a great time together on the Zoom, both video and audio. So check that out if you guys are interested, patreon.com/eartoearmagic. And finally, thank you to every single one of our moderators who watch over the channel, make sure that our people in chat are taken care of, being respectful of others, and that we're just having a good family-friendly stream. So thank you, moderators, for all that you guys do and the time that you guys give and volunteer in our live streams. So, Owen, time to be done. You're going to go to Animal Kingdom with me tomorrow? Probably. All right, well, we're going to finish out next week, this week's stream tomorrow at Animal Kingdom. Love for you guys to rope drop with us tomorrow, catch a Kilimanjaro safari, and see what else can happen. And until then, guys, have an amazing afternoon. Thank you for all that you guys do, and we'll see you guys in the parks. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one. We'll see you again real soon.